Open your minds.
Hours of power, hours of power, hours of power, hours of power.
And so a community is where you control your police, you control your commerce, you control your education, you control your house. We don't control none of that. We live in a hood. Huh? Well, what about the Negroes that get out? Oh, well, see, my cousin, they say he's a multi-millionaire, almost at $1 billion.
The Popular Thought
Three
Series.
PhDs, working on 2 more. Driving down the street in Chicago in his Rolls Royce, enjoying himself, and he hears these sirens and looks through the mirror and sees this cop car flashing lights. He squeezed the steering wheel, man. Heart beats fast. Because he knows the plight of a Negro, what it could be. And then when that cop car passed him by, he said, thank God he wasn't after you in the first place, punk. That Negro thing you can't get away from. It's universal. They wasn't coming after you. With all your millions, with your Rolls Royce, with your PhD, didn't help. That's the hood. Huh? Why do you think you never pick up the paper until you read over and over and see white families? You think it's thousands of black cops in America. Why don't you see white families crying as black cops shot my loved one 42 times in the back of the head? Why do you think black cops are that? You think they're more spiritual? Think they're better? No! They got enough sense to know that white folks ain't gonna tolerate it. And I will stop in our neighborhood when we decide we will not tolerate it. Now, if we was organized, which is hard to organize people who are just gonna run crazy and you don't know you're crazy. But if we were, with the money we have, and the many people who would come to our aid that don't know what it's like to be a Negro, and we said, if we said, look, we saying, if we don't get a federal law to deal with police brutality, that any time a cop or anybody carry a gun, have to have a license just like you used to drive a car. And if you use it wrong, then you lose your license. And if it's upheld, you can never work again as a cop or a store guard or a private detective. How do you get Congress to push that through? Well, you take your economic power and you call on your friends, black, white, young and old, and say, this coming Christmas, if we don't have a federal law to outlaw police brutality by law, then we call them for a nationwide boycott of Christmas and it start on Thanksgiving. Well, let me tell you what that means. 79% of all retail in America happens between Thanksgiving and Christmas. People stay in business all year, lose money just for Christmas, huh? Well, what happens now? Black Fifth Avenue, Toys R Us, Sears and Roebuck, Weston House. They will get the bill, and all they got to do is make one phone call and say, Harry, that's the senator, I want that bill pushed through in 3 days. Okay, it's an economic thing. It's that simple. But we have the power, but the system has wiped us out so bad.
Hours of power, hours of power, hours of power.
Santana Lincoln 6. Go ahead. Clear a suspect down 10-4. 10-4. The officer's code 4. We have one suspect that's been shot.
Open your minds. And we are back. Peace, folks. Welcome back to another edition of the Popular Thought Series right here on the old T.P.O.T. YouTube page. I'm your host, X, of course, but you knew that already. That's why your Negroes are here. Got a good one for y'all tonight. As you can see down below the video, Lady Nikole is here, and she'll be squaring off with Queen Mayat. So It goes down in a few. I believe we will be debating tonight how government works with laws and family, but we'll clear it up once the ladies come up because everybody's here. And I got a special celebrity timekeeper for y'all tonight as well. But y'all know we always start the stream off with thanking you good folks who hang out there and you good folks who hang out in here because I realize that you don't have to watch these damn videos. You don't have to subscribe to this channel. You don't have to like it. You don't have to share it. And you definitely don't have to drop your hard-earned pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and 50-cent pieces. But you good folks choose to do so. And I want you to know, man, that I'm humbled, I'm honored, I'm grateful, I'm appreciative, man, for all you do for this platform. This platform grows slowly but organically, and I know it's because of y'all. And I just want y'all to know, man, that I appreciate you and I don't take you lightly. I never have and I never will. And I thank you. All right. All right. So let's get at it. Let me bring up my folks. Wait, before we get started, this is something I used to do, and I have to do this tonight. Now I know T.P.O.T. T.P.O.T. is a male-centered channel, right? But the ladies are up here tonight to square off. So just keep it respectful. Y'all know that bot is in the chat, and it will decapitate you if you get out of line. So you might get one or two bullshit words off before.
It is ended.
It will be ended. I want my moderators to be on point tonight. We ain't putting up with nobody's bullshit, y'all. All right? You're allowed to discuss. You're allowed to disagree. But you're not allowed to disrespect people in my house. Y'all know how we do this thing. All right? All right. So, we bring in my folks. Lady Nicole. Lady Mayat. And our celebrity timekeeper, the one and only Lady George. What's good, ladies?
Hey, X. Hey, ladies. How you guys doing?
We're doing fine. How are y'all doing?
Patriotic Slew brothers and sisters.
What's good?
How we
What's
doing?
good? I'm good. I'm good. So okay, let's go ahead and get the parameters of the debate going. So we are debating tonight how government works with laws and family and abortion and all that kind of stuff, right? That's what we're doing tonight, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So your position is what, Lady Nicole?
Negative.
Your position is positive, Lady Mayat?
No, actually, negative. It was a
Okay.
negative position.
I don't see
Okay.
it.
Maybe we should have discussed that first. I don't know.
No, we can do that right now. Well, let me ask this. Let me put this on the table. What is your position on these things? Lady Mayat, I'll ask you first. What is your position on how government works with laws and family? What is your position?
Well, in a nutshell, sir, the government has been, for the last 78 years to be exact, weaponized against the people.
Okay.
Particularly in this case, though, the American people.
Okay.
Now, do you want me to give you examples or just?
No. I just want a little synopsis of what your position is. Lady Nicole, your position.
I feel like I'm on the negative because based on case law going back from 1800s up until now, you see that there have been a lot of resources and subsidies that have been limited or purposefully not given to the men in our population. That's the problem.
Okay.
Where these things have been given to women primarily. And I was thinking from the previous conversation that Queen Maya had with J.I. that she would be on a positive and speaking towards how the laws would be fair,
But actually, you know what? I just peeped
considering her
how I
position.
can debate you, though.
Okay.
You believe that the government is only biased against men, but I can disprove that. I believe it's biased against women and men, not just men.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay, we can do that then. All right. Let me explain the rules to those of you in the nosebleed seats who don't know what they are. We start off with 7-minute opening statements. The negative goes first, the affirmative goes second. Then, after that, we go into something called the rebuttal round. The rebuttal round is 5 minutes. We will do 2 rounds of that. Then, after the rebuttal round, we go into something called rapid fire. There's no timekeeper, there's no rep, there's no nothing. The debaters go head to head, mano y mano, and in this case, hermano y hermano. Then after that, after rapid fire, we go into something called closing statements. Then we go to the polls. And if the debaters want to stick around, we will take questions. And y'all know how we do it. If those questions aren't super chatted or cash app, I will not read them. All right. All right. So I believe Lady Nikole will be the negative in this. Therefore, Lady Nikole will be going first. Timekeeper, can I get 7 minutes on the clock, please?
Absolutely.
Let me know when you're ready, timekeeper.
I am ready. Can you see the screen?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. 7 minutes on the clock. Opening statements. Lady Nikole, pull the trigger. You
Okay.
up.
Thank you, Brother X, for giving us the opportunity to have this debate on a topic. I hope the debate will be productive and that we all leave here with some more useful information than when we came here. I'm clearly debating a position of negative on the subject of government laws as being equitable as possible, predicated upon the Fifth and the 14th Amendments of the U.S. Constitution. So this means that by me reviewing different cases related to the family and abortion as well, I do not conclude that these laws are fair. And we know there's been much discussion on the topics of laws regarding family and abortion. And I understand that this topic is controversial to people who want to have more egalitarianism in law, but also to those who may not accept responsibility for their behaviors, whether those behaviors are sexual or social. I don't think, based on case law, that morality of society has anything to do with legality and how laws are established, implemented, and enforced with the rationale that some things that happen are allowed in society and other things are not. If a person decides to disobey the law, they're punished, but they should also be given the opportunity to state their case with due process and equal protection of their argument under the law. We have seen a lot of these sentiments presented historically from past philosophers such as John Locke, Jacques Rousseau, and Aristotle. We understand the concepts of natural law, personal responsibility, the social contract, which I don't believe we have as strong as we should in the Black community or the Black collective, however you want to say that. And with Aristotle, we have order, reason, and agreement within law that should be adhered to by every person who's a citizen within that nation. What I notice is the problem that we have is a lot of the laws have become almost immutable or unchangeable as we discuss these issues. A lot of times it seems like when it comes to family, a lot of women's issues are pushed to the front and men and even sometimes children's issues are pushed to the back. Where women tend to receive a lot of benefits for being irresponsible sexually, irresponsible in other ways, or even promoted and celebrated when they're irresponsible, which is crazy to me. Sometimes these behaviors have got so far that they become the norm in US society and throughout so-called advanced Western society. I don't see that as being advanced. That's just my opinion. So I humbly ask, where is the fairness in some of these laws that we see that hopefully we'll get a chance to explore today? Where are the men's share of the pie when it comes to addressing his concerns and speaking up to protect his future? How can he protect himself physically, financially, socially, or even punitively in many of these cases? As a woman, how can I ask or demand for a strong man to step up to the plate when many of us have supported or promoted a slow grinding of our men into powder under the heel of law? Why would a man step up to the plate to be injured or permanently damaged by the law? Hopefully, these are questions that we'll explore tonight during the debate and follow up with rebuttal and so forth. I thank you for your attention, and I'll yield my time.
All right. Do you want that time, Lady Maya? Lady Maya,
This is the first debate, sir. I wasn't prepared for, but
do you want the
I don't.
327?
I actually don't need the time now.
All
Give me a
right, 7
second.
minutes.
Hold on, just give me a sec.
7 minutes on the clock, please. Timekeeper.
Okay. I'm ready.
All right. Pull the trigger. You're up, Lady Maya.
Give me just a second. Let me reset the clock. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. It's got 7 minutes on there. I wasn't sure. Okay. I'm ready.
All right. Pull the trigger.
Okay. Big government is a weapon against the people of any country. But in this particular case, specifically speaking, it's the enemy of the American people. I will offer you some specific examples tonight. But who are the controllers of government who seek to grow it too big and weaponize it against sovereign free people? The liberal Democrats and globalists. It has been 78 years since America's government has been weaponized. FDR used big government to enter into World War II. He deliberately withheld info from the American people regarding Japan's planned attack on Pearl Harbor. The government also brought German prisoners of war to America and gave them new identities and allowed them to run eugenics programs in America, Tuskegee experimentation on Black men and women, and the funding of Planned Parenthood. And an organization that aborts Black male babies and women. LBJ's government under Democrat leadership weaponized and incentivized big federal government, along with the Black woman as a threat to herself, including the Black man and the nuclear family. Then there's the school to prison pipeline that from an early age criminalizes Black children or white and Black children in America. From the time they're young, they're exposed to drug use on campuses. Then poor and bad influences criminalize them. They are incarcerated at a tender age of 14, sometimes as early as 13, and then they do stints in juvie. By the time they're in high school, they're moving on to county lockup. By the time they're 20 or 25, they're in the big house, federal penitentiary. In addition to the prison to school pipeline, there is also the issue of, let me see if I can bring my thing down here. Hold on. There's also the issue of the globalist big government in Hawaii that destroyed the Hawaiian people's ag state in Hawaii, taking Hawaii from a ag state to a food insecure nation. Then there's the example of or a term called domicide or abortion. Domicide, meaning domicide, is a concept proposed by U.S. political scientist Rudolph Rommel to describe the intentional killing of an unarmed person by government agents, acting in either their authoritative capacity or pursuant to government policy. This definition covers a wide range of deaths, including forced labor and concentration camps. Victims' killings by unofficial private groups, extrajudicial killings, and mass deaths due to governmental omission and neglect, such as Hurricane Katrina, such as in deliberate famines, as well as killings by de facto governments, i.e., civil war. This definition covers any murder of any number of persons by any government. Rommel created this term, democide, as an extended concept to include forms of government murder not covered by the term democide. According to Rommel, democide surpassed war as the leading cause of non-natural deaths. In the 20th and 21st centuries, governments have killed over 261 million people and is the number one cause of unnatural death in America since the 20th and 21st centuries. Western colonialism killed over 51 million people. Bertrand Russell quoted, "Diet injections and injunctions will combine from an early age to produce the sort of character and the sort of beliefs that the authorities consider desirable. And any serious criticism of the powers that be will be psychologically impossible," meaning there is no fairness standard for women or men. And let me see. Hold on. So I'll just pretty much leave it there for now.
All right. Go ahead, stop the clock, timekeeper. Lady Nicole, do you want that 127?
Yes, sir.
All right. Timekeeper, give me 6:27 on the clock, please. We're going into the rebuttal round now, ladies.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start. Is that all right? My opponent.
Wait, hold on a second. Let's get the clock right. 6:27, timekeeper.
Come on, Sister George.
Oh, I'm working with a new clock, so I got 6 minutes 27 seconds on here. Let's see if it works, and it's still showing up as 54. Let's reset.
All right, there it is.
Okay.
All right, Lady Nicole, pull the trigger. This is the rebuttal round.
Okay. I thought I was clear with the way I opened my statement. Maybe I wasn't, but my opponent has completely gone off the rails with irrelevant topics that have nothing to do with Black collective or Black community, however you want to say that. Black people in America, descendants of slaves in this country. I don't know what colonialism, Western colonialism, all these other things have to do with my opening statement or many other things that I've attempted to lay out. Okay, so she's giving examples of how government is unfair to men and women. She began talking about the controllers of government, indicating that you are dealing with liberal Democrats and globalists. I hope you realize, and I hope those of us out there in the audience and those who will listen later, realize that you have laws put in that are unfair from both Democrats and Republicans. You then went on to talk about FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, with many of his social programs that came in, welfare and everything like that. Welfare came for white people, specifically in this country, to help white women, but they didn't turn away from their men to get that welfare. It went to the white family specifically. With Black people, the welfare came later on. As we know, decades later, it went only to Black women and pushed out the Black men. And that is a huge problem. I don't know why we can't address that was a problem. And it continues to be a problem today. We look at a primary framework from the FDR social programs as that being a primary framework or part of the framework for Clinton's welfare reform program. And as we know, TANF, SNAP cards, and all these other things that you see now. It was thought that law that was put in by President Clinton was good, but later on they found that many of the numbers were not adding up. The temporary assistance for needy families from 1996 to 2000, employment rates for single women who had never been married increased from 63% to 76%. However, at the very bottom, people were never helped by that particular welfare reform that everyone was celebrating at that time. The National Poverty Center in 2011 said families with $2 per person per day more than doubled between 1996 and 2011. So that plan worked, but it was very temporary. And that seems to be the problem with a lot of the laws that we see on the federal level, the state level, the county level, local level, every other level that you can come up with. There seems to be an issue with this, not dealing with equity, but dealing with equality so much. Equality is where everything is cut, where it's cut equally, hence the word. Equity is when everyone gets what they need at that time, at first. And then over the long term, you remove the barriers. That would be racism. That would be many other things that you will remove. A lot of the historical jargon that's built up over time, many of that historical jargon that my opponent is trying to present here today, to pull everyone off of the message that needs to be put out here today. When we look at the school to prison pipeline, that's another example of something that I was trying to bring up in the beginning. Hopefully people caught it. What are the mothers doing to help their children, especially their sons, to stop the school to prison pipeline? You say you love your children. What are you doing to stop what's going on with your children? What are you doing celebrating what's happening with your children? My baby just came home from a bid in a jail, and you about to have a party for him. On the other side of town, a woman is having a party for her son going to college. Why are you celebrating negative and derogatory behavior? Like, that makes no sense to me. You brought up another point that was very irrelevant that you brought up last week, where you talked about Rudolph Romo, and the word I believe is pronounced democide. He's been questioned on many of his talking points because estimates of genocide and or democide that he has given are irrelevant and have been overcounted. Many people within political science do not respect him for that because he does not give accurate statements and accurate accounts of the number of people who have been killed from genocide throughout the world. So bringing him up really is irrelevant. Not just the fact that he can't, obviously he can't count, but for the reason that what he has presented as democide internationally has really nothing to do with a woman who decides to have a child on a man that he didn't ask for. I don't know what democide has to do with that. You're dealing with a man's right to choose and a woman's right to choose. I am a pro-choice person because it addresses several constitutional laws that I've already mentioned, 5th, 14th Amendments, as well as the 9th Amendment. Either a woman has agency or she does not. Either a woman accepts responsibility for her choices or she is a child in a woman's body. And if you don't have agency, then you should be treated as a child. But all this other extra mumbo jumbo ramblings on that it has nothing to do with the topic, that hopefully we can address that later on. But I just want to put that out there. That I'm just gonna stop right there, y'all. I'll yield my time. Y'all gonna go ahead.
All right. Do you want that 1 minute, Lady Maya?
No, I don't need it. No.
All right. Give me 5 minutes on the clock, please, timekeeper. All right. Lady Maya, you are up. Pull the trigger.
Okay. My opponent said I did not address the issues, but I did. I was showing you how the government does not discriminate against men or women. It is a weapon against all people. She said I went off the rails and didn't address how the government attacks Black men. Last time I checked, colonialism was the process which enslaved Black Africans, men and women. No bias there against men or women. Also, the Tuskegee experiment targeted Black men and Black women. No bias there. Because she brought up welfare, I must stress again that single motherhood is a weapon against Black women and Black men. As we know, Black women cannot successfully raise boys or a family by themselves. There is no such thing as equality. My opponent mentioned racism. Well, last time I checked, Black men and Black women suffer from racism. Where's the double standard? My opponent mentioned school to prison pipeline, as I did, but failed to mention that the school to prison pipeline affects Black girls and Black boys. No male bias there. Black women and Black men make up America's vast majority of prison population. The efficacy or efficacy of democide and its author played no role in this matter because by its implementation, it has no male bias. It kills Black men and Black women just the same. My opponent mentioned a Black woman must have agency or nothing works for her. I agree. So where is the, I guess, free ride Black women are getting from the government? There is none. And so I go on to stress there is no standard of equality in life. There is, however, a standard of merit. You get what you put out of life. And if anyone believes to the contrary, that Black men are being targeted only, that's a myth. Because I can show you for every oppressed Black man, there is a successful Black man. But what ratio of Black women to Black men are unoppressed? Or show me the standard where Black women are winning because of the government and Black men are not. For every successful Black man in any industry, I can mention a successful Black woman and vice versa. So I don't know why there is a issue with people not overstanding my points here tonight, but I think before she addressed the issues I addressed, I mentioned them first, that there is no bias in democide. There is no bias in Planned Parenthood, killing across the board, Black girls and Black boys, the prison to school pipeline. What do you call it? Institutionalizes Black boys and Black girls. So I don't know where I missed the mark here. I was spot on. She did not clarify how my points were rambling or does not disclose how the Black man is not affected alone. Because for each of these points, Planned Parenthood, democide, Tuskegee, colonialism, the process of chattel slavery, I clarified in full detail that there is no Black male bias where only the Black man suffers alone. I think, however, there is a misunderstanding when it comes to incentivize single motherhood. Because a woman is getting money from the government doesn't mean she's okay. Doesn't mean she's overcome her poverty mindset. She cannot raise boys alone without a man. She's weaponized against herself. Don't be fooled by the money she's getting. She's suffering, just like Black boys and Black men. I yield my time.
All right, that's time. Timekeeper, can I have 5 minutes on the clock, please? And you Negroes out there, hit the goddamn like button for Christ's sakes. Every damn week we go through this. Do I have to come to each one of your damn houses and give you a mouse and put your damn hand on it so you hit that damn like button? Hit the damn like button. Because you know, if you don't, If you don't, you know what I'll do, right? You don't hit that like button. Don't make me do it. Lady Nicole, you are up. Pull the trigger.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So I understand from I'm still trying to grasp what my opponent is what she's really getting at. I understand the basic is that she's saying the government is unfair to men and women equally, that there's no bias, but I think that is absolutely untrue based on law, based on history. I can go with the history's different events that she has brought up this evening. Yes, but both men and women and Black children have gone through slavery. We understand that based on several different studies and commissions and coalitions and any other, hoity-toity big word you want to use that defines some type of way to put money in either Black men's hands or Black women's hands, or to give us resources that we were due at that time during Reconstruction, and on and on and on into the 20s, 30s, and 40s, and on until now. Any of those things, a lot of it, you have to admit, I don't know where my opponent cannot see this. Maybe she has to go back and review. Maybe I have not been able to convince her of this tonight. But any of that, you see, at some point, things switched, things changed, where women wanted, Black women, I'm not talking about women in general, I'm talking about us. Black women specifically wanted to be independent, wanted to be on their own and do their own thing. The last thing you mentioned was about how these women are still suffering, and how they are going, they're getting subsidies and money from the government, but they're still suffering. They're still not where they need to be. They still have a poverty mindset. Yes, that's true. When do these women decide to break the cycle? When do they decide, maybe your life is messed up as a female who has 5 kids with 5 different dudes, but why don't you take the initiative to help your kids do better than you? When my mother raised the 3 of us and my father, both of them still married and everything, when they were raising us, they made sure that we did better than them. I don't understand why that's a concept that a lot of Black women don't understand. And now it's becoming even outside the Black collective, where other people are starting to have that same type of mindset. Other women, I should say, are having that mindset. But I'll move forward. You mentioned the Tuskegee experiment. And yes, it did negatively injure, damage, sometimes permanently injure the men who were in that syphilis experiment at Tuskegee University. However, you had a Black nurse who was the head of distributing the live syphilis to these men and updating the doctors with the information and the data that they needed to conduct this study for about 40 years, if I'm not mistaken. Y'all can look it up and check me later. Her name is Eunice Verdell Rivers Laurie, Nurse Laurie. I wanted to mention that. Okay, she had the opportunity to perhaps lose her job and get another job somewhere else and tell these men's wives what was going on. I'm pretty sure she went to church with the men's wives, doing all the cookouts and everything and all that. I'm just saying that was wrong, but not just to ignore that and not bring that up. That's that you dropped the ball on that one. But I'll go ahead. I'll let that pass. You also mentioned Black girls versus Black boys, and you said that there's statistics on the school to prison pipeline. I need to see those statistics that Black girls and Black boys are going to prison or going to juvenile detention at the same rate or a similar rate. I don't see that as true. My mother's an educator, and she tells me herself, just within her school district, that I know that can't be true. Maybe that's true for other school districts around the country, but I need to see some links or statistics on that. And I want to also say, you mentioned, the last thing I'll mention is you said there is no one-to-one ratio. There is a one-to-one ratio of successful men and women. Where? In what industry? In what discipline? With what educational background? With what certificate? Because it's not true of my discipline. I'm in STEM. It's not true of my mother's discipline, and she's an educator. It's not true of my cousin's discipline, and she's a nurse. So what discipline is that true? I need to see that, and I need to see some links on that and some statistics. And the last thing, what laws are there against democide? According to Rudolph Rummo, the political scientist that we are continuously bringing up during this debate. I'll leave it at that. Hopefully, the rest of it will be, as cordial as it's been so far. Thank you.
All right. Do you want those 28 seconds, Lady Mayat?
Sir, hold on for
All right.
1 second. Please hold on, sir.
All right. do you want the? Oh damn, she disappeared. Are you there? Okay, I see some movement. She must have got a phone call or something. I would play the Jeopardy music, y'all, but the last time I did that shit, they tried to strike me on some old BS.
No, I'm here, sir. I had a little problem in the background. Don't worry.
Okay.
I
Do
was
you want
taking
the 20?
notes. Don't worry.
Do you
Hold
want the
on.
28 seconds?
Yeah, if you want to throw it on, it's fine.
All right, timekeeper, give me 5:28 on the clock, please.
Let me get my notes straight. Okay.
All right, you are up.
Okay, my opponent said she gets it. When she started, she said she gets it, and she agrees with me. So I will ask, where's the misunderstanding? The misunderstanding regarding how Black women are not suffering, but Black men are. Now, the statement that somehow Black women are somehow doing better than Black men, when it can be proven that big government hurts all people / Black people, debunks that. I know that we're having this communication issue where she's saying, or more rather, she's bringing up nurses, Black nurses. And I'm wondering what that has to do with the subject matter. Is irrelevant. In Tuskegee, regardless of Black nurses hurting Black men, they also hurt Black women. And I can prove that big government and its oversight and overreach does hurt Black men and Black women. Now, my opponent says she wants a source, let me see, on incarceration rates. Well, briefly, the source I found says in 2019, the imprisonment rate for African American women, 83 per 100,000, was over 1.7 times the rate of imprisonment for white women, 48 per 100,000. Now, the breakdown shows for drug offenses, men across the board were incarcerated 13% of the time, whereas women were incarcerated 26% of the time, Black women, 26% of the time. Public order cases, incarcerated Black men 13% of the time, but Black women 11% of the time. So across the board, I believe these rates equal out. There is no bias per se where Black men are incarcerated more than Black women. I don't see it. In fact, Black women lead not only white women and white men and Hispanics and Asians, Native Americans, and incarceration rates. They lead Black men also. When those incarcerations are, let's say, are drug related. So I don't understand where there is a misunderstanding or a lack of understanding when it comes to the incarceration either. Just like there's no misunderstanding or a problem when it comes to the Tuskegee, whether it's a Black nurse, a white nurse, or it was Ramo or some other individual. There is no misunderstanding. I believe I was clear across the board regarding big government and its weaponization against all people, regardless of color, regardless of gender. There is no gender bias in big government. My opponent has failed to stipulate with any fact any sources that prove there's a male bias in big government. But I have shown you all the sources. In mass incarceration, there is no bias against Black men. It depends on the crime. Black men commit certain crimes and Black women don't. There is no bias there. So I guess my question is, where is the overwhelming evidence to prove the government has aided Black women, but has not aided the Black man? I'm still kind of, I guess I should say that jury is kind of out on that regard. Me, not sure about you guys, but I haven't seen a source from my opponent yet. She keeps mentioning the things that I've said, but she hasn't shown us any proof regarding the government bias against a Black man. Not in colonialism, not in Tuskegee, not in Planned Parenthood, not in the breakup of the family. I can concur, however, big government has separated the Black man and Black woman. But is this separation a bad thing? No, because Black men, red pill Black men who have voted with their feet, have chosen to leave Black women anyway and marry into the white community. So I don't think separation is an issue, but I do believe that the government is equal in its application of weaponized tactics against men and women.
All right.
My final point is this: the family being broken up
That's time.
hurts men and women.
That's time. That is time. Now we go into the rapid fire round. And before we do, God damn it, I told y'all, hit that damn like button. Because if you don't, I will haunt your old black ass mama in her dreams. I'm warning you. Now we go into the rapid fire round. In the rapid fire round, there is no clock, there is no timekeeper, and there is no me. The opponents go head to head, hand to hand. We left off with Lady Mayat. So we start up with Lady Nikole. Pull the trigger. This is rapid fire.
All right, I have some questions. I know you're trying everything. And I appreciate you having this debate, agreeing to do the debate with me. I can give links. I can give links all day in the private chat or whatever, so you need links from me, I can give you links. I got links on how you can calculate how much child support you'll be paying if you have 3 kids with a woman and you have custody of the kids, or don't have custody of the kids, how much you would pay, how much your income is, and how much you need to pay. They have websites for that. There's websites to determine different cases based on the subjects you brought up. You said I need to provide proof for colonialism, Tuskegee, and Planned Parenthood. I mean, Tuskegee is like, that's a long-term experiment. You can also look at the Nazis. There's a lot of experiments they did that were genetic as well, and all types of infectious disease experiments they did. But I can give you links on different things. We can talk about Planned Parenthood. We can talk about Dubé versus Wells and how a white man actually was being forced to pay child support for a child he didn't want. I believe his name was Matthew Dubé. This was in 1996 in Michigan. Lauren Wells was his baby mama. They broke up. She told him she was pregnant. He didn't believe her, but she took him to court, made him pay child support. That's an example. Of course, we know many other court cases similar to that, dealing with marriage and family and children and abortion. But like I said, I can give links. So, hello?
Oh, okay. I was just listening. No problem. I can also give links, sister girl.
Okay.
And I did a check regarding whether the government has a bias against men or some standard regarding sex discrimination. And what I found is it says it's illegal for an employer or government to discriminate against you because of the combination of your sex and other protected category, like
Okay,
national origin or
how do you
religion.
how do you explain wage discrimination that a lot of women are talking about right now?
Well, you
Yeah.
can't go from men being discriminated against and then bring up women's wage
Yes, I can.
issues.
Yes, I can.
Because that
you
proves me right. It's the problem.
No. I can bring that up because you said that we're equal. We're treated bad equally. So yes, I could bring up why
No,
you're
that
saying
actually has nothing to do with
yes, it
men
does.
being discriminated against. So that was your argument.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
That
because you're making my point now.
no, I'm not making a point.
How
I'm
is it against men
not.
if women are having wage issues?
You're saying that everything's fair, that everybody gets treated
It
the same.
seems that there is no fairness standard, though.
No, no, that goes against
For
what you
every
said.
grievance a black man can make
No,
about
ma'am.
government,
No, ma'am.
black
No,
women
ma'am.
can make
No,
20,
ma'am. That goes
you
against
know,
what you said.
and
That's
vice
fine.
versa. So I don't know.
No,
I
ma'am.
don't think
That
that's
goes-
proper. Wait, I don't think that's proper ammunition, sister girl.
No,
You should
I'm not.
try.
a girl.
You
I'm
should
not no
try.
girl.
You should.
I'm not
You
a
should.
girl.
You.
I'm not a
No,
girl.
I'm sorry, sister queen. You should.
I'm not
I
clean.
didn't mean. I didn't mean any. I didn't mean any disrespect,
It's no
sister.
harm, no disrespect. I'm not
I
a
just
queen.
say that out of. I just said that out of habit. I just
I
said that out of
understand.
habit. No
I
big
understand, but I
deal.
just want you to know that
Sorry
when we
about
can't
that. Totally.
No, it's
However,
okay. It's
what I
fine.
did mean was you have to give to me some standard that proves on behalf of the black man's discrimination, not the woman. That's a counter argument. That's all I'm saying.
No, okay. What you were saying earlier just now, you were talking
Uh-huh.
about how discrimination in the workplace is illegal. So why are women bringing up wage discrimination and saying that there is a significant, statistically, a lot of these women are saying,
Okay.
no,
It's
I'm
probably
gonna finish.
because there is no wage discrimination. That's probably why.
Significant wage gap between them and men. But for some reason, I can't find this imaginary documentation and law and
Well,
perhaps
okay, hold on.
that's put in the court that's saying anything about this wage gap.
Okay, so is it truly discrimination or are women
if you're
aiming low?
saying wage gap,
Are women wait? Are women aiming low, choosing low end jobs?
No,
Maybe that's the issue. Maybe it's not discrimination after all.
Do they have agency? If that's the issue, then we have to start questioning women's agency, and I really don't want to get into that tonight. I mean,
But you already brought that up earlier, though.
No,
Again, debunking your point and your premise that there is a male bias in the government.
No, you're not making any sense.
Oh no, I'm making all the sense.
You're not making
I
sense
just
at
want to
all.
hear where is the male bias across the board
Because
from the government.
If men bringing up a wage gap issue, if it was black men bringing up a wage gap issue, it would have got shut down the first time it was mentioned.
But they do. They bring it up because white males out earn them.
Where? Can you please link that?
Really?
Where?
They do.
Where?
They say white males out earn them.
No.
All
I'm
the
not
time.
I'm talking about within our collective group. Black men, black women.
Well, that's an example. That's an example of it, though. So for every question you have, I have an answer. However, you're not answering my question. Where is this male stigma or oppression built into the government?
Because you have what is called debtors' prison, unofficial debtors' prisons, which are unconstitutional. Because I'm going back to what I said in my opening statement, dealing with the Constitution. Now, I'm not sure which amendment, y'all can tell me in the chat which amendment this is, because I was focusing on the 5th due process and not wanting to incriminate yourself, the 5th Amendment, and the 14th Amendment, which is dealing with equal protection under the law. When you have a man that goes to jail because he cannot pay his child support, or because he loses his license and he says, forget this, I'm going to work anyway so I can pay this heifer her money for my kid.
Okay, you mentioned debtor's prison.
And then he goes to work anyway.
Wait.
He gets pulled over, he gets a ticket, he goes to jail, and he stays in jail, and he stays there more and more.
Yeah, but you mentioned debtor's prison. Let me clarify. A debtor's prison is a prison for people who are unable to pay debt.
That is a debt, ma'am.
Has nothing to do with men, though.
That is who has custody of most Black children in this country who
Yeah,
are not
but across the board, Black men and Black women are poor, unable to pay debts. Where is the bias?
Excuse me,
All I want to know is where is the bias?
what is the average child support payment that women pay in this country?
There are cases where the
No.
man
What is the
gets the
average
custody.
child support payment?
We
of
can't
women
just
in this country?
throw out a vague thing without a source.
Well, I can tell you the average payment a man takes is
Because we
$430.
also, well, it will be the same for the woman, I assure you.
Because you don't have that number of women that are out here paying child support for their children. Because the state lets
Well,
women
that's a matter of who's qualified
children. That's
to
not
be
fair.
awarded custody. It has nothing to do with fairness or male bias.
It has to do with fairness. Fairness is in the top.
No, it's about who's fit to parent the kids. It's about who's fit, and you know this. You know this. It's about who's fit to parent the kid. If neither the mom or the father are fit, the child goes into foster care, and we know this. Where's the you know? I'm not seeing the. I'm not.
Versus the man who makes $150,000 a year, who is more fit to take care of a child financially?
Well, you know what? That's a shot in the dark. Depends on the family.
Who makes more money, or who is able to take care of the child financially, just on paper, black and white? 15,000.
Well, I don't know where you're going now, but has nothing to do with the debate topic.
I'm asking a question. This is a simple question back and forth. You're the one who's talking against the topic. And that is disrespectful to X, actually, because the topic is about fairness with the government. We're talking about I'm talking about how it's unfair. You're basically saying it's unfair for everybody, but you can't give me you can't stay on topic.
You know what? Let me just say one thing for the record. Now, I have a feeling, hold on, this chat room is going to say I lost today. Why? Because I'm not a house favorite over here.
I don't understand.
But I'm spitting facts and truth. But people keep saying I'm losing. I don't know
what they're saying. I don't care what they're saying. I'm
going to ask you heads up.
Their opinion
what's a form of male bias in the government? Tell me, because
I just said that
you haven't done so.
I just gave you like I gave you like 2-3 examples. When I opened the statement, I gave you an example. I gave you a case. I call that a case. A case.
And what was that case again? Give it to me right now.
The case was Matthew Dubay, D as in dog, U-B-A-Y, versus Lauren Wells, Michigan, 1996. It was in a Michigan court.
Well, here's the problem with that. That's a case-specific case, as you say.
The judge said, quote,
it is not a across-the-board thing.
If chivalry is not dead, its viability is gravely imperiled by the plaintiff in this case. The plaintiff was the man Dubay. He contended that Michigan's paternity statutes were repugnant to the U.S. Constitution's 5th Amendment and 14th Amendment because he didn't have a say in the decision that changed his life forever. He called for the judge to grant him direct damages from her and punitive damages from the state. They didn't even conduct.
Where were all the facts of the case, though?
No.
Was he qualified to get custody? Probably not. Probably not.
They did not conduct a paternity test, and they forced him to pay child support. They didn't even reveal if a paternity test was done in the official court documents, and that's a PDF. I can put it in the link.
But that's neither here nor there, though.
That is here and there.
That's here nor no. That's neither here nor there.
No. That if you can't see that, that's not fair. I don't know.
If they were to, again, there's no such thing as fairness.
Girl, okay, that's the problem. And that's
there is no. There's no problem. That's the problem. I'm speaking the truth. There is no such thing as fairness. For every unfair thing you mentioned, men go through. I can show you a dozen women go through.
That's illogical. Just like the statement there's a 1-to-1 ratio of successful man and a successful woman. That's illogical. I don't know.
For starters, if they, on a case-specific basis, there is no gender bias there. That's simply the government saying, in this case, like, for example, Roe v. Wade, we find these particular findings. That's not to say, for all cases of abortion are going to be handled through the lens of Roe v. Wade. That's not the case here. So to misconstrue or move the goalposts in an attempt to say, oh, this case means this, or no, that's not really genuine. That's really not genuine.
No, I don't have the strength to move goalposts. I don't do stuff like that.
Because the reality is,
I don't live
with the family broken up,
logical stuff. I don't live in the world like that. I don't live in a world
drugs use,
feelings,
crack being put into the system. The family suffers across the board in many ways. It's not like, oh, just a man is out here suffering.
If you're
Again, give me a case where the Black man,
oh my God,
is the standard by weaponized government, is the target of weaponized government, because that's the subject tonight.
You can point out a whole decade, okay? You can point out most of Barack Obama's administration during his time, during his tenure. You can point out a lot of things.
Barack Obama was a man. How is this relevant?
Excuse me,
a man hurt another man?
Black children that were killed during that time, during his administration, or were you asleep?
But
some kind of hyperbolic change?
I don't get it. That's not the government. That's a man hurting other men.
So do you not like?
I don't know how. I don't know how that's any different than the stimulus murders. A man hurting other Black men. I don't get it. Whereas I'm confused.
This murders have to do with what I just mentioned.
Because you're mentioning Barack Obama, a man, Black man, hurting other Black men.
At the time when those things
it doesn't prove what I was asking you for.
When these things happened, he also was the president at the time when you had My Brother's Keeper, and that was not supported as it should have been. So I mean,
excuse me,
that was not supported. Is it around? Like, is it public? Is it like,
you know what?
Right now? No, it's not.
That's an issue of visibility. Okay.
You didn't even did you not notice all these Black men and Black women and Black children and how they criminalized dead Black men, and how Black Lives Matter came up off dead Black men and dead Black boys and all these dead Black people in the street?
You know what? That's not a valid argument.
That time. That is a
Sandra
valid
Bland
argument.
Is a Black woman.
People got paid off of Black men.
There are many of Black women who died, and people got paid too. Your argument doesn't hold water, though.
Lady, you're disingenuous.
No. Your argument doesn't hold water.
You're disingenuous.
If anything, people are coming off the Black woman who continues to support these communities, continues to buy into
that keep hurting
the myth of racism. That's the problem. It's the myth of racism, and these women are out here being used by people like Derek Jackson.
What does Derek Jackson?
And the Black woman who refused to leave him. So, where's this bias against men?
What does Derek Jackson have to do with the damn law?
What does Obama have to do with this subject?
Nothing. The president of the United States.
I'll tell you what Derek has to do with it.
Oh my God!
I'm going to tell you. Well, let me answer the question. I'll tell you what it has to do with it. Well, let me answer the question. I'll tell you as an example of the Black woman being used. You mentioned Black men being used, but I can show you thousands of ways the Black community takes advantage of Black women, has been doing so since the civil rights era. Martin Luther King cheated on Coretta Scott King with a white woman, a Black man.
Okay, did any case law come from that?
Oh, well, there are things called the Mann Act to prevent the Black man from leaving Black women.
When was that case put out?
Way back in the 1920s or something. But I answered your question.
Okay, that was way before.
You see, you can't change the fact I shot you down with that. Excuse me, but you haven't answered my question. You haven't answered my question.
Okay.
I have not seen any racial bias against Black men in the laws or the government.
Okay.
However,
hold on a second, ladies. Hold on a second, ladies. Lady Danielle, can I get 10 minutes on the clock? We're gonna go 10 more minutes, then we're going into closing statements.
Oh my God.
Lady Danielle, you there?
I just started. Dang, I'm looking now.
Lady Danielle, are you there?
I think she might have dropped off. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know what they're
okay, there I am.
All right. Can I get 10 on the clock, please? We're gonna go for 10 more minutes, and we're gonna go to closing statements.
Now, hold on. For the people in the chat room.
I'm not about to talk about no Derek Jackson up here because he ain't got nothing to do with the law, and that really denigrates the
No,
conversation.
I'm just showing
It
you
really
how
denigrates-
black women are being abused
law that we're talking about. What are you
systemically. Okay.
Go ahead, start it.
But
You can start the
no.
clock.
Let's be real here, as Obama says. You know, the truth is, I have won this debate, but I feel disingenuous people are going to say, "No, you didn't, Maud." You know. But why am I coming over here debating? If every debate I drop the truth, people say, "Oh, she didn't win." That's a lie. But to continue, I need a source that shows the black man being targeted by the government.
If you can't read and see how things are,
because when you cite the sources of black men being forced out of the home by the government, they chose to leave. Actually, sources show they chose to leave.
They weren't incentivized in any way at all.
Which is why the Mann Act was created to stop interracial marriages and miscegenation, anti-miscegenation laws. See, there you go.
That has nothing to do with black women marrying white men. What does that have to do with anything?
No, I didn't say that at all. I didn't say that.
But that's what the
I didn't say that.
To block black women. That's the thing.
No, I'm showing you. No, that's not even. No.
It is.
I was showing you how the black woman is being used and abused. You mentioned black men being used and abused, and I'm showing you the evidence is contrary to what you're saying. It shows women being walked all over, being used as the frontline soldiers in the BLM protests, being used in Antifa protests. I don't see black men. Oh, anyway, let's be real here. The black woman is the #1 consumer in America. Is she not? Yes. There are more women than there are men. So any advertising is targeting the black woman, not the black man. This is a fact. So if anyone's being targeted, quote unquote, it's the black woman, not the black man. That's not true.
How is an advertisement targeting you for death?
Manipulation, indoctrination,
how is
MK Ultra
when you walking down the street?
Really?
And
you don't,
in the snow because you can't walk on the sidewalk and you get roughed up.
You don't know this?
That didn't make no sense.
You gotta be kidding me.
Advertisements have bullets now.
Okay, first of all, let me give you an example. Hold on. Let me give you an hold on. Let me give you an example. Hold up. Who's the #1 consumer? Black women.
Oh Lord.
Who's eating the most chicken in America? Black women. Who eats in obesity in America? Black women. Okay, that's how advertising is targeting the women, for God's sake, more than the men. And then they turn around and say, "Oh, look, the women too fat for us," and then they leave you for a white girl like Kanye West did.
I need some of that because I'm after I have my baby. Whatever you got over there after having my daughter, I'm gonna need some of that. I'm gonna need to take some of that.
I don't understand where this misunderstanding, or should I say selective misunderstanding comes from.
Talking about chicken and all this stuff. What chicken got to do with it?
Because you asked a question and I gave you an example.
You're not supposed to make your opponent like hungry.
Excuse me. You asked a question. I gave you an example. You said how, or you asked rather how advertising affects black women. I told you.
Yes, I understand how
they're eating more chicken. They're consuming more. And look at their lives. Look at their lives as a result of it.
I would be more concerned how the advertisements affect black children more than I would be concerned how it affects black women.
But this is not about children. It's about black men, and it's about black men being oppressed more than the black woman. This is not about children.
And I think as a mother, you would think that same way. You would think, okay, how are these advertisements?
But you see, the problem we're having here, It's people choosing to look at me as an Uncle Tom, Auntie Mama, or some sellout or something, instead of looking at the damn debate and the facts of the debate, instead of saying, "Oh, she don't like black people," and all this dumb crap. That's not the issue. The
I didn't say
issue
that. What are you
here,
talking about?
and all the name calling. Why
I
the
didn't
fade
say
over
that.
here if
I
people
didn't-
are so
I don't have-
biased?
What
They don't want to
are you
learn
talking
nothing.
about?
They just want to call names and pick fun and
I'm
crap.
not calling
See,
you any names.
I
What are you
started,
talking
not
about?
you, the chat room. I started not to come
I'm
over
not
here
even looking at the chat. Why are you
because
looking
I
at the
don't
chat? You talking
even
to me.
congregate around people
Please.
like this. This is ridiculous.
God.
You know what I mean? I'm not a house
But
favorite over here.
you're
So
not
that,
talking
look,
to anybody
they're
from
gonna
the
do
chat.
this dumb crap. But you know what? It's
You're not
okay.
talking to
It's
them in the chat.
okay.
You're talking to me, and they'll have a chance to come up here and talk to us
Yes.
later.
But why have
the thing
a
is,
biased debate though? You know, that's fixed in the chat room.
But it's not-
He hasn't
it's
even
not fixed
asked
debate.
who won yet. And they're already saying, "Oh, she's losing. Oh, I don't
I don't know what
understand
they're
her."
saying.
That's
I don't know what
dumb
they're saying
shit.
because I'm not looking at the chat. I don't
You
know
know
what
what I
people are
mean?
saying.
And they do
I
this
post
shit every
links in the
fucking
comment
time.
chat, but I'm not looking at the I'm not
But
looking at
then
live.
one of them are taking on the issues.
Okay, I don't know what does that have to do with anything. In fact, that's showing like
Oh,
maybe
another
your guys are
example.
as strong as you thought they were. If you have to look
When
in the chat all the time, what does it do with this?
Flojo, a black female runner, went to the hospital for help.
Mhm.
She was given pain pills and sent home, like a lot of black women. So, for every bias the government does to black men, I can show you flawlessly the same for black women.
Okay. What
So
does that
why
have to do
throw
with
out
anything?
little
Is that in the law?
sources that are
Was
not
that a
widespread? There's no
violation or some
point
type of
to
Medicare
throwing out
violation?
sources that are not
Is
widespread.
that
Is
a
my point.
medical violation of some type of law or policy? for
Oh
that
yeah,
hospital
that's
too?
what is it? Either Geneva Convention codes or medical malpractice. There are plenty of them.
Wait, FloJo was a millionaire, right? She was an Olympian.
No, she was a track runner.
She was a track runner, but she made money, did she not?
Yes, but that's
Why she
irrelevant.
didn't hire a
The
lawyer?
woman's dead because she was denied care from the government.
Wait, why did she not hire a lawyer and
Denied
fight the case
care
based on the practice?
systemically in the medical system.
No, why did
okay?
she not hire a lawyer? And she didn't even have to hire a lawyer.
She didn't know. She was trusting her doctor's advice. She was trusting her doctor's advice. Okay,
she don't know that.
What's so hard to understand about this?
Runner, and she didn't know that. I don't know what I mean. This
Oh
is
my God, really? You gotta be okay.
Yes, exactly. Really, you telling me something for what? And what they got to do with
and
the
I'm
topic
telling you because it's a fact.
What they
It
have
is
to
a
do?
doctor. It is a doctor in this equation.
I'm not about to sit
winning.
here. It has
Okay.
nothing to do with the topic.
Oh yes, it
It's
does.
almost down outside my window. It's almost
It
dark outside.
disproves your topic. But I'm waiting for facts. I'm waiting for facts that show
Girl, stop.
that black men are being targeted. I'm waiting.
Ma'am.
Please give me something.
Oh, damn. Well, in the last 2 minutes we have, I want to know your thoughts on common law marriage. How about that? Let's go with
Common
that.
law marriage is marriage. Point blank, period. It is a marriage, a form of marriage.
According to what states?
According to the entire country.
No, it's not.
The
No,
entire
ma'am.
country. Yes.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yes. Mhm.
No, it's not true. It's common law marriage.
No
is
common law marriage is recognized
No, ma'am.
against
Common
a
law marriage is
marriage
only
certificate, okay? It's a general
It's only allowed in
consensus
like 10
that
states.
you're
It's not allowed
married.
in every state. No, ma'am. You're wrong.
Yes,
It's not in every
it's
state.
a consensus.
No, it's not.
It's a default form of marriage, is what it is.
It's not a default form of marriage.
Oh yes. Oh
No, it's
my
not.
God. Really?
No, it's not.
Just like
It's not
color of
default.
the law is a
No.
form of law. The
It's not
spirit
a
of the law
default form of
is a
marriage.
form of the law.
No, it's
Listen, a
not.
form of the law, is
You
it
can't
not?
just say
Yes.
stuff. You can't
Yes.
just say stuff.
I'm
and
saying
think that it's
facts,
true.
ma'am.
It's not true. No.
What am I not
it's
saying?
The states
That's
that
not
allow common law
resonating.
marriage, I just
What am
looked
I
it up.
not saying
Colorado,
that's not resonating
listen,
here?
Colorado,
I'm spitting
DC,
facts.
Iowa, Kansas,
Yeah.
Montana, Rhode Island, South Carolina,
I
Texas,
don't
and Utah.
understand. You know what?
That's it. That's the only
Oh,
states
really?
that allow.
Oh my
you
God.
want to common law marriage. Another thing that's interesting
Oh my
about
God.
these
So
states is if
educate
you go
me
to those
on
states,
common
they
law
have very similar
marriage.
abortion laws too, which I found very
Educate,
interesting.
wait. Women have to follow abortion laws too.
Oh, okay.
Educate me, if you will,
Okay.
on common law marriage, please.
Yeah, we only got like 7 seconds left, but I'll
If I
just do
was
it quick.
wrong, educate
You have
me.
to be living together during a certain period of time. That's per state. You have to be presenting yourself to your friends and family as if you're married, calling each other husband and
But you're
wife.
not
Things.
disproving
You have to
that
be
it's
living
marriage or not.
you have
All
in
right.
states living
That's
together. It's not
time.
marriage.
That's
Okay.
time. That's
Okay.
time. That's time. That's time, ladies. Timekeeper, can I have 7 minutes on the clock, please? We are now going into closing
Uh-oh.
You know what?
statements.
This guy,
We
man.
we led off with Lady Nicole, so we'll lead off closing statements with Lady Mayat. Lady Mayat, you are up. These are
Give me a
closing
sec. I
statements.
need some water, sir. Please hold on. I'm thirsty. I just did a live stream. Hold on.
And y'all hit that goddamn like button. Damn it. Don't make me come to your house.
Okay, I'm ready, sir.
All right, pull the trigger. Closing statements.
Well, this evening, ladies and gentlemen, we failed to hear a cohesive argument from my opponent of why she believes that the Black man is targeted by big government. Now, all of you saw without fail. She asked me a question, I shot it down. She asked me, what is common law marriage? I said simply a default form of marriage. She asked me to prove incarceration statistics. I did. The Black woman is incarcerated at a higher rate on drug charges than the man. There is no bias there. She asked me about colonialism, in which I told her I mentioned colonialism because colonialism was the vehicle that produced chattel slavery and apartheid in South Africa, that Black men and Black women suffer the consequences of. There is no bias. In terms of school to prison pipeline, she asked me to clarify. And I will clarify again for the record, there is no bias there. See, the problem is too much government kills the nuclear family. When a Black woman is incentivized, weaponized, she's also weaponized against herself, not just the Black man. She cannot raise a boy without a father or a husband around. She cannot raise a family on her own. Everybody knows this. Red pill Black men and MGTOWs and Black men saying go your own way confirm this. So I'm wondering, where is the confusion? In terms of Tuskegee experimentation, Black men and women were given syphilis. You dig? I'm wondering, where is the confusion? In terms of domicide, she was confused. But I clarified and said domicide is a form, weaponized governmental attack on people. There is no male bias. Last time I checked, when it comes to Planned Parenthood and abortions, Black boys and Black girls die. We do know there are more Black women than men, meaning more Black girls or babies are killed through abortion. People constantly mention abortion laws as if the Black woman is allowed to break those laws. Not true. There are stipulations and concessions, you dig, where the Black woman must adhere to the laws. 20 weeks of gestation, you dig. She cannot just simply use a coat hanger and abort her baby. You dig me? Now, again, I'm asking the court, where is this standard of bias? Again, you will confirm I was asked many questions, you did, in which I did flawlessly answer each of them. When it came to, for example, the, let's say the anti-miscegenation laws, I was spot on. Proven it wasn't the government per se that separated Black men and women. The Black man chose to abandon the Black woman and the family. Quote, James Earl Jr. said, I feel like Black women are a symbol of slavery. I don't like Black women. Eldridge Cleaver wrote an entire book against Black women, condemning Black women, talking about sycophantic fantasies of raping and torturing Black women. Again, I wonder, where is the male bias? In terms of FloJo and other Black women being neglected in the medical system, for which there are laws on the books to prevent such malpractice, Black women lead in that. Her question about how does advertising attack anyone, let alone a Black woman? I said, well, look at the statistics. Black women lead in obesity, hypertension, diabetes, strokes. And red pill Black men say, oh, we don't like you because you hit the wall and they leave your ass for a white girl. You did. So therefore, I mentioned in closing Derek Jackson. Sorry, Jackson, I am real for a reason, because he proved my point that the Black woman is being treaded upon systemically. And there is no such thing as a standard of fairness. Everything in life, PSA and wake up call, is based upon merit. What you put into the thing. She mentioned women's wage issues in the workplace. I turned that around and said, well, how does that prove your point that Black men are being systemically haunted or discriminated against? No answers. Because again, you cannot use a counter argument that disproves your argument to prove your argument. You're proving me correct. You dig? And so therefore, I must conclude that the biased chat room will render me the loser, but I won here tonight. I yield my time.
All right. Lady Nicole, do you want that 7 seconds?
I'll take it.
All right. Give me 7:07 on the clock, timekeeper,
Well,
please.
that's a good number.
All right, Lady Nicole, you are up. Closing statements. Pull the trigger.
Thank you, Brother X. Okay, so I hope that throughout all my opening statements, things that I've said, rebuttals I've made to my opponent, excuse me for the profanity, y'all, during the rapid fire round, I hope I've been able to convey to you why the law is unfair and should be considered for reversal, or even to put new laws in place that are more equitable. We already know we have $10 billion over the next 10 years with Black women when it comes to different disciplines and different fields of study. There's no way $10 billion does not touch someone with a gavel or someone who controls policy. So I would like to see some changes with that, perhaps. More specifically, I hope that my statements tonight have conveyed the dangers of not supporting either the concepts of fairness, more fairness in terms of family creation and abortion, or perhaps even something similar to one of the members in the chat room, someone who has also had interaction with Queen Mayat, J.I., including financial abortion. That concept. My opponent has apparently failed to represent a good faith argument that was logically showing that laws concerning family and abortion are fair to men directly and women in the long term. She hasn't been able to show that everything is just unequal for everybody or fair for everybody. She hasn't been able to show that. So I really am questioning the reasoning behind some of her statements that she's made tonight. I'm not sure why she would oppose certain suggested solutions, perhaps, such as financial abortion or just making the laws fair. Like, I don't see what's so hard about that. You know, I don't see how that wouldn't work. You know, as a legal opportunity, this is not just something that someone thought up off the breeze sitting on a porch one day. It's a potential legal opportunity for men to prevent future financial, personal, and punitive hardships they would face from a woman they having a child with that they didn't even ask for, you know, or whatever reason that they feel they need to present that and petition the court for that reason. I would like to say that women, we like I said earlier, we like to say we want these strong men and everything. You weaken these men in the way that you're doing through the law, using the law to weaken somebody that, you know, that you don't have any, you shouldn't even have issues with like that. You know, I see like these things happening is very disturbing. Many women within our group can't see any adult human being as being an individual with agency. They don't see themselves with agency. You can't say you have agency if you act like a child. If you act like a child, in my opinion, you should be treated as a child. If there are women who don't have agency, clearly, because you're not behaving as such, and you know, they act like everything is just supposed to come to them so easily while they weaken their children, they shouldn't have any problem taking care of themselves and their children without the help of the father, without the help of the state. If you act like a child, you should be living with your parents like a child. You should have no problem being an independent woman when it comes to an idea such as financial abortion or making certain laws fair when it pertains to family, children, marriage, and other legal things that are happening in our country. You shouldn't need the government to establish, implement, and execute policies that protect and serve you because you're independent, remember? So you should be able to do what you want to do. Either you have agency and you're independent, or you don't have agency. Pick one. So I look at the fact that you have a lot of issues that occur that a lot of times women, we are the ones that are perpetuating these things over and over and over. We see I think it was around 21 or so judges a couple years ago who were appointed in Texas. I don't know what they have done positively in the communities within the state of Texas since they've been appointed in those judge positions. I wonder about a lot of the things that are happening and why Black women, a lot of times, why we sit here instead of, you know, helping our counterparts, we want to hurt them. And a lot of times we hurt them by not doing nothing, by not standing up, by not saying anything. When they do stand up and they come to protest with us, we don't need you protesting. We don't need you protesting with us, or the police not, you know, push them away, push the black men away who would protect us. Then you get the brakes beat off of you by a police officer when the black men are gone, or get billy clubbed or something. Then you want to say, why the black man ain't protecting us? What? Really? Come on. You can't be like, you got to pick a side, pick a struggle. We all gonna struggle through life. That's common sense. But pick a struggle. Like you want to struggle alone, fine. Struggle alone over there on your own. But don't really come over here and try to communicate and do all this extra stuff and participate in something else that's going on. You want to be alone. You want to be you and your kids. Don't get mad. Your kids don't fulfill dreams that you had and aspirations. These types of things you think is a dream with your kids. No, you have to put work and effort into that. If you choose not to, shut up and don't say nothing when your child don't go where they need to be going. Traditionally, if you wanted to negatively impact the man, you had to direct that energy at his woman and or his children. I think that with men, that still stands true. But traditionally, if you wanted to impact a woman, you had to do so by, doing it to her family. Now, culture and society has changed to the point where women have accepted this different ideology. So if you want to negatively impact a man, you still do it through him or his family or his children that he wanted to be a father to in the first place, not some trick baby that you done tricked him on. And now you and don't even know if it's his, first of all. Talking about, I'm going to have this baby. I don't care what you say. Okay, really? Don't do that. That's wrong. That's wrong. Then I look at it now. If you have women out here like that, they want to hurt a man or negatively impact a man. In order to do that nowadays, you got to help the men and the children, specifically the boys. Why is that? That's all I'm saying, because that's what seems like we're going to. And the problem is that type of social dynamic makes its way into the academia, makes its way into sociology and psychology and all these other people that make laws. That's the problem. And I hope that some of the things I've said tonight have been conveyed properly. If not, we can go another round or whatever. But I hope it's conveyed properly. I hope my message is clear. My opponent's messages were not clear to me. But thank you once again, Brother X. Thank you to Queen Mayat for being here. Thank you to Sister George for being our timekeeper and everybody in the audience. Peace. Thank you so much.
All right. And that will conclude this here debate. Now we go to the polls. If you believe Lady Mayat won the debate, put an M in the chat. If you believe Lady Nikole won the debate, put an N in the chat. Put an M in the chat for Lady Mayat. Put an N in the chat for Lady Nikole. Do not vote twice, because if you do, my moderators will block your black ass. Let's go. I would play the Jeopardy music, goddamn it, but the last time I did it, they struck me shit, so I can't do it. So I hum it for y'all. Oh, damn. Go ahead, vote, vote, vote. Do not vote twice, because if you do, my moderators will block thee. Thee shall be blocked. Yeah, I know, Omega Dreads. I'm petty, man. I know, man. I know, brother. I know.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, baby. I knew I would lose before I came over here. You did. But it is what it is.
Why you thought you was gonna lose? Why you?
I'm looking at the chat room.
Oh, I'm just looking at it now. Oh,
they're putting all them ends in there.
I've only seen about 3 M's thus far.
What is a cute?
Do not vote twice. If you do, my moderators will block thee.
But you know what? It's all good.
I'll block thee.
It's a learning example. You know what it is.
We're gonna go ahead and
you can't be light skinned and have a different opinion. You're called a coon. You're called a
call this one for Lady Nikole.
Amber Rose and dumb shit.
We're going to call it for Lady Nikole. Good stuff, ladies.
Boy, that's so biased.
Hold on a second, Lady Mayat.
That's biased. This is
I don't know what you ladies
freaking debate they did this crap.
I don't know what you ladies look like on time, because y'all know we do a Q&A round where people like to ask the debaters questions. How you ladies look on time?
I'm good. No big deal.
Okay. Well, y'all know how we do it. This is the question and answer round. If you have questions for my debaters, they must be cash apped or super chatted, or I will not read them.
Oh yeah, colorism. You had to bring up the colorism.
I didn't mention colorism.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
said colorism. I didn't mention colorism. I mentioned bias.
Wait a minute now. Hold on.
And bigotry.
You just said
against people.
You just said you can't be light
simply because they have different beliefs.
Come on now. You just
I didn't say colorism, and you know it. Be honest.
Yeah, but there's a way people
you said light skin. You just said light skin. You said you can't be light skin.
What you people don't get. Well, look at your chat room and what they're saying.
You gotta
throughout the debate. They're like, "Oh, she's the enemy. Oh, she's this. Oh, she's that." That's bull crap, dude.
What are you talking about? There were people in there actually rooting for you.
You know what? Look, 2 or 3 people. But let's be honest here, dude. I don't mind. I understand this is why our community is suffering for lack of knowledge. I get it. But you can't call me to a fair debate and
This is
then
not.
fail to
This is.
regulate and allow people to do
You're not
that
gaining confidence in.
throughout the debate. And if it's
Uh,
biased and rigged, don't call it. Just don't do the debate then.
what do
But you
you
have
So
to.
mean
ridiculous.
bias
Because
and
this is
rig?
bias. It's like house favorites win all the
So,
time.
so if
You
you
know
had
I'm
one,
new. You
if
know I'm new. You know I'm new over here.
no, you're not. You were just here
And
last
this is
week.
no. That's the point. One
You were
time
just here
before
last week. Just here last week.
Listen, let's be real. For the same reasons Candace Owens is hated, I'm hated.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Because I bring an
okay.
alternative
Hold
to the
on. Hold on.
narrative.
Like I said, you
Hold
have to work
on.
on the theme, man. You know,
We got
Now,
can't
this
we got
isn't
a
complaining. This is
we
just the
got a
truth.
question for you. We got a question for you, Lady
Go
Maya.
ahead.
I
Mhm.
appreciate that $5 super chat. Brother Kildus, he says, Mayat, did you graduate high school?
Most certainly, I did. I graduated college. I'm a registered nurse.
Oh,
To
okay.
answer your question.
You're RN. That's
So I
what's
do know what I'm talking about. You did.
Well,
However,
let me ask you something. Why is it
go
that
ahead.
the only people who ever say it's biased is the people that lose?
You know, that's a good question. You know
Of course
why
it
it's a good
is.
question? Because
Go ahead.
it's one of those questions that is simply what it is by observation.
Mhm. Okay, shoot those questions up, folks. Come on. Damn it. And hit that damn like button too. Let's see what
I
we
think
got.
that
You know what? I'm just like,
what are you in a specific area within the hospital as an RN? My cousin's an RN too.
I do training. I oversee live births. Damn near do it all. You dig?
Well,
But
Brother
let's be
Lateef
real.
Edwards with the $5 super chat. He says, next one, you should argue the other one's points. That will force her to back up points.
You know what?
I don't even know who that's to. I don't know who are you addressing that to, Brother Lateef? Who are you addressing that to? Make sure you address who you're talking to when you send up your questions, brothers.
So some guy asks, what is the difference between fact and truth? That's a dumb question. If he doesn't know the answer, I feel sorry for him. The difference in fact and truth is one is true and one is a lie, or one is a myth.
Appreciate that $5 super chat, brother Gold Professor. Appreciate that, man.
And truth is backed by empirical evidence, not speculation, not hearsay, not innuendo. Truth.
No, truth is you got it backwards. The truth is something that's true is something that people hold dear. They've held for a long time with their beliefs, their spiritual ideology.
Well, in a court of law, the truth is the standard.
I didn't interrupt you, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
So the truth is dealing with, past. It's fine. It's cool. Belief systems, things like that. Fact is dealing with empirical data that's irrevocable. You cannot. It's irrevocable. You cannot turn it over. It has been shown to be true. Gravity, things like that. It's straight up fact. Fact. I mean, you can back up. Truth with certain theories. Geological theories, anthropological theories, and stuff. When it pertains to the Bible, and whatnot. But fact does not depend on theoretical stuff. It doesn't depend on rhetorical information or hypothetical information.
I know, that's what I just said.
You said that. You said the opposite, ma'am.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
Rewind
did.
the video and see.
You can rewind all you want to.
I said the truth depends on facts, empirical evidence.
That's not true.
Not innuendo. Not what?
That's not true, ma'am.
What? That's an example of truth. In a courtroom, truth wins the case, not speculation, not innuendo, not myth, not hearsay. It's not admissible in a court of law.
Based on your
Where am I not?
Based on your own observations.
Where am I not comedy and
Truth is
clerk
based on an
here.
observation in a court of law. I can see something different. You and I see the same thing, but I see it a little differently than you did.
If the
'cause you
glove
see
doesn't fit,
a different angle.
you must acquit. That's a fact on display.
What does Johnny Cochran have to do with this?
I didn't mention Johnny Cochran.
Did you just say?
I illustrated a fact.
That's your quote. You know that.
No. It's a fact, though. If the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit. Is a fact.
It's acquit, not equit. That's the A right there.
Now, if you're brought up in the court and they say he murdered this guy and she wore this glove and the glove doesn't fit,
no,
what do you think they're going to do? They're going to say you're acquitted. I'm sorry. They're going to say you're acquitted.
Rest in peace.
How do you?
I'm going back to fact versus truth. Truth
again. I don't understand where we're not coming in clear.
Lady Maya, got a question for you. Shout out to brother
Just
Clue.
Dumb questions too.
Appreciate that $5 super chat.
Look at it.
He says, Lady Maya, what does overstand mean?
You know, I see what it is. It's a failure of communication. However, overstand is a better choice word for understand.
Why is that?
Because understanding is beneath the topic. Overstanding is, to me, a broader understanding. You're a master of your trade or the discipline. Now, I'm not saying in the dictionary, this is the definition. What I am saying is in conscious community circles, people use the term. That's it.
All right. And we got a $5 super chat from Brother T. Riddler. Appreciate that, Brother T. He says, what's your current relationship status? Since you've mentioned it so much, did a past partner of yours ever leave you for a white girl?
Oh, Lord, here we go with this again. Okay, hold on.
I'm assuming that's for you, Lady Maya.
I was never with a white man. So there you go.
All right. $5 super chat from my man, Perfect Black. He says, Queen Maya, you're wrong. In the court of law, it's not about truth or necessarily fact. In the court of law, it's what you can prove.
I see that. I see his point on that.
Truth is provable, sir. Mm-hmm. That's a play on words, and you know it.
Not always.
Oh my God. If someone asks you to prove black is black, then you pick up a black crayon and say, it is not indeed black. Provable is truth.
Okay, if you see something on the street, a crime being committed, I see the same crime being committed. But you understand, I'm trying to give a scenario,
Oh, no. Okay, go ahead.
To defend my point. So I'm on the street, chilling, eating, drinking a Slurpee, and you on the third floor of an apartment, and we both see the same crime at the same time. But when we're witnesses to this crime, everything's documented, we go to court, we saw the person that did all that kind of stuff. So we're witnesses, right? But then you get incapacitated in a car accident, unfortunately. And so, your truth is gone. Your truth doesn't mean nothing. The facts are the facts, though. A fact would be not my observation, not my witness statement, but a camera recording it. That's fact. That has no kind of subjective basis to it.
Do you understand? That's in the absence of the witness. That doesn't detract my statement at all or disprove it.
Instead of two witnesses in a camera, you got one witness in a camera at that point. So it would be my truth and the camera would be fact. Because that is
okay.
You cannot deny that camera.
I have a question. What happens when there is no camera footage?
Oh Lord. Then you have
that's the point. That was the whole point.
Hopefully you have witnesses or some type
of, oh God.
Hope you have witnesses or some type of physical evidence, which will be fact.
Yes, that's my whole point.
That's
the
not
cameras are circumstantial evidence, you dig. Not always available. Okay.
Evidence
Hold
or
on a
fact.
second.
Do you
Hold on a
even
second.
understand what circumstantial
Hold on a
evidence
second,
is or
ladies. Hold on
no?
a second. Hold
Yes,
on a
sir.
second. I had missed my man Nick Taylor with the $5 super chat. Appreciate that, brother Taylor. He says truth doesn't always win in court. How many brothers are in the pen behind a lie? Didn't
Oh my
rob,
God.
didn't touch her,
You can't
etc.
prove that. You can't prove that, sir.
Yes, you can. You know, that's
You
the
can't.
yes, you can.
How do you know they're not lying?
Yes, you can. They've done all types of the
A
DNA.
majority of people
You know they're
lie
lying.
when they're in
You
trouble.
know they're lying. All the DNA analysis they do now that's getting men out of prison. Are you
Oh
kidding
my
me?
God, Lord. I can't
Are you kidding me
believe.
right now?
Are you kidding me
And
right
all the
now?
DNA analysis they're doing, they putting women in prison.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Come on
Oh
now.
my
Hold on.
God.
Hold on a
Really?
second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. We got another super chat from my man Gold Professor. Appreciate
This is
that, brother Gold
ridiculous.
Professor. He says, Mayat, what is the difference between fiction and non-fiction?
A play on words, sir. Obvious answer. Nonfiction is the truth.
All right.
Nonfiction is the facts, sir.
All right. We
That's a
got a
play on words.
$10 super chat from the Seventh Project. Appreciate that, brother Seventh. He says, Lady Nicole, what are some of the key takeaways you would like the viewers to note despite the fragmented points of your opponent? You're wrong for that one, brother Seventh.
Fragmented.
Go ahead, Lady Nicole.
Viewers,
Oh Lord, look at these people.
Okay, the viewers. I would just like people to recognize that we got to do more reading and researching, like different things when it comes, especially for myself. I need to do more when it comes to the law, when it comes to history. That's one takeaway. Like more reading and more discussing these topics. Another thing I would like to say is when someone brings up a theory or a potential solution to a problem, recognize and give them respect for at least identifying a problem and trying to come up with a solution. J.I. was here he has been talking about financial abortion for a while. And at first I was like, what's this about? I hope that we wouldn't be so quick to shun people's potential solutions to problems, so quickly. If that was the case, I wouldn't be employed. Okay.
Oh wow.
If everybody shunned every idea and concept I came up with, I wouldn't be employed, period. But I would say that that's another thing to look at. The financial abortion is possibly something to look into to see if that is workable, especially with the administration we have right now at the federal level. So I'll leave it at that.
All right. We have another $5 super chat from brother Black Uru. Appreciate that, brother Black Uru. He says, Nicole, are you okay, darling? Jeez.
Yes, I'm just hungry, sir. I'm all right now.
Entertaining doesn't bother me.
I'm
Check.
just hungry.
That's why my name is Queen, my art girl.
Another
ain't nobody's
hold
too
on.
baby. Shoot.
Hold on. Another super chat from my brother, my Chi-Town brother, Perfect Black. He says, Queen, my art girl. Then how do you explain obviously guilty people walking on major crimes? How do you explain the Innocence Project?
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
I'm not going to answer vague, open-ended questions without facts. Okay? That's like saying, how do you feel about BLM in regards to people locked up? It's stupid. It makes no point.
All right.
Okay. That's a dumb
Another
question.
$5 super chat from my man Nick Taylor. Appreciate that $5, brother Taylor.
But
he
before
says,
you do that, let me explain.
Hold on,
something,
let me finish
sir.
reading. Let me finish reading. Let me finish reading the super chat. He said, what the hell? Women have came out after men have been convicted of rape, and later she admits he didn't do it, and he's already served years over a lie. That's not a question. That's more of a statement. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay, let me explain something, sir. What we have here is a male identified platform check. So The easy route to winning the debate is male ideology. Check. That's why I lost. Okay.
Not
Because I
true.
didn't take the easy route. Okay. The popular route. I didn't cater to low hanging fruit. You did.
No,
However, continue, please.
Saying the law is unfair is actually not taking the easy way out, because people see law as something that cannot be moved or changed.
That was not a response to a question. That was a
I don't really care
statement.
if it was a response to a question. If I want to say something, I'm going to say it. There's
But
nothing
you're
you can
not lace it as if
you don't
I
have
answered a
to read me.
question.
You're not.
Okay.
I'm out, man.
But you did. Go ahead.
But you
Okay.
know what? I actually wanted to commend both of you ladies for coming up here and actually having the debate. I think it's been probably an uphill battle getting people to especially the ladies, to get the ladies to debate. So, just wanted to give both of you ladies kudos for actually coming up here and conducting the debate. And you both were very respectful toward each other. So I'm appreciative of that. And it's been an honor to actually time keep for it.
Yes.
Absolutely. I appreciate
That's my motto,
it, lady.
G-Dick. That's my
Lady
motto.
Danielle. I appreciate you coming through,
You heard
because
me.
people say, oh man, you're gonna have a dude doing it and also kind of foolishness. So, I try to make it, I try to please the folks, so they, oh, that's your bias. So how that go. But I appreciate you coming through, Lady
No, but the
Danielle.
ladies did a good job. It's hard to get up here and to actually have a debate. It's very structured. And so that can be difficult. And then especially if you're on a side of the debate that's not really conducive to this space. So I give her props for that. And both of the ladies did excellent. So I just wanted to shout both
Oh
of you
yeah.
out.
You know what? I got a question for
Yeah,
Prophet of
absolutely.
Truth. Dude,
It's
I got a
it's
question.
prophet of
Thought.
thought. It's prophet of
Prophet of
thought.
thought. Sorry. I was up late. Sorry. However, why do you say on your platform, you say open your mind? But it seems like your mind is closed to secular argument.
It speaks for itself.
Your
It
mind
is a statement.
is
It's not a
made up
question.
off of indoctrination,
It's not
systemic
it's not
trauma.
a question. It's a statement.
Okay. And some just I ask a question, and I'm asking, why promote open-mindedness?
Why
When people
promote
come
it?
up here with an open mind, they always lose.
That's not true.
Yes, I lost for the second time in a row for no particular reason. And I'm like, what?
How
For
many
real.
debates?
For real, though. For real,
how
though.
many debates I've done, Lady Maya? You know how many I've done?
Not you, me. I
No.
lose
Do you
every
know?
time for no reason.
No. Do you know? No, I'm asking you a question, a serious question.
I
Do you
don't
know how
get
many?
it.
Do you know how
Go
many
ahead, sir.
debates I've hosted? Know how many?
No, I don't. I'm new to your channel.
About 120. So I'm somewhat experienced in this. I've had big YouTubers come up here. I've had small YouTubers come up here. I've had some of the best known names in this space, out of this space.
Let me just clarify for you, sir.
Come here and debate. And
I'm
guess
also,
what? Many have lost and many have won.
I'm also good at this.
Okay. Well, keep
You know
coming
what
back.
I see is
Keep coming back. Keep coming back.
We gotta stop filtering life as Black people through a lens of systemic talking points, male identification. There's a bigger world out there. Okay, we push away people like Candace Owens, brother Larry Elder, people like Kanye West with a different opinion. Those who opposed the civil rights era were pushed away, but now confirmed they were right. Martin Luther King said, I fear I integrated my people into a burning house. Well, back then, civil rights advocates was like, yeah, sign me up, brother. Yeah, I want to go to school with white people. I have a dream that one day Black boys and girls will congregate and all this here. So you got to open your mind for real, dude. Everything is not
hold up, because I'm
shaped
getting behind.
around
I'm getting a little behind in the super chats, Lady Maya. Hold on. Let me
Go
catch
ahead. Go
let me
ahead.
let me catch up on the super chats and then you can go in if you want.
I'm
Another
yeah.
another $5 super chat from the Gold Professor. He says, Lady Maya, is the sun fact or truth fiction or
Oh,
non-fiction?
this
Y'all
dude just
wild.
having fun. You heard?
Y'all wilding out there.
Is the sun
Wow.
fact or
All
truth
right.
fiction or nonfiction?
A
Well,
$20 super chat. Hold
what
on.
do you
Hold
see when you
on.
go outside, sir? Do you
Hold
not
on.
see the
Hold on.
sun?
Hold on, Lady Mahat. Hold on. Another one from Brother Edward. I appreciate that $20 super chat, Brother Edward. He says, can we please stop asking Queen macaroon questions?
Oh, shut
The
this guy
bust
up.
down
What you talking about,
brown nose.
Willis? What you talking about, Willis? Shoot. Don't even do it, brother.
I appreciate the $20 super chat though,
Don't
man.
even
But
do it.
let's try to at least keep it, above board, brothers.
But it's cool. It's cool.
I mean, we can have a little fun, but let's keep it above board, man. Let's try to keep it above board, all right?
See,
All
I
right.
don't care.
My brother
They take
Sir
shots.
Tice
I don't care. It's cool.
with the $9.99 super chat. He says part of pseudo activism is proving law if it's genuine. That's how you change policy that activists claim to know. Mayat is the epitome of being ideological subverge despite claiming to be open-minded.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. Sir, what does
All right.
ideological mean?
Hold on. We got a question now. Those were statements. All right. We got a question for you, Lady Mayat, by the way, from the brother, the Seventh Project. Appreciate that $4.99 super chat. Brother Seventh, he says, Lady Mayat, why are you challenging the host? Do you think that is acceptable?
It was a fair question, Chitik. All right. I'm not challenging the host.
Nah, it's all the guy.
I asked him for his permission to ask him a question. There's a difference.
Take it personally. I don't take it personally, I don't. But see, my audience is very, if they think you're trying to fuck with OX, they're gonna come at you hard.
No. It was a fair question.
No, that's fine. I'm not taking it personally, brothers. Don't worry about it. We've done a lot of these over the last year and a half, so y'all know how it goes. Some people accept the results. Some people hate the results. Some people want to fight the results. I get emails about results. I have people asking me for recounts and all that. So it's nothing that I haven't seen before.
The problem is, Brother Man, your chat room is stuck in the past. They don't want to learn nothing. Their minds are closed to the truth.
Here's a question. Brother Gold Professor with the $5 super chat. He says, Lady Mayat, is your hair fact or fiction?
Oh my God. It's a fact.
It's fact.
Hair is made up of protein, sir. Okay. Just so we know.
Oh, I did. Let me see if I can go back. I know I probably missed a few, man, because I know someone probably came up while, because I actually stepped away for a second. Let me see. Where you at, J.I.? Can't get back. All right. Well, go ahead and just write the question in the chat, and I will highlight it, Brother J.I. Write the same question in the chat, Brother J.I.
Can I just say something real quick, X?
Absolutely, Lady Nicole.
I wanted to mention to Queen My Girl that Danielle, Sister George here, she's debated with Concrete Rose, and they tag team debated Bernard Riley. I thought that was great, and I have to agree with her with sometimes the position that you take is not, if it's not always popular or understood as well prior to you coming here, then that can limit your ability to be successful, to win or whatever. But I think it's important to just get the points out there and to have a discord, No, that's okay. That's just how I see it. But what do you guys think about that?
I actually really agree with that. The debate that that Concrete and I had with Bernard, while we lost, and we lost, it was still a really, really good debate. There was still some really good points brought about, and it was a learning experience for Concrete and I, especially since it was our first time doing the debate on Teapots. I thought it was a really, really fun experience, and so I didn't take anything personal. Um, I thought it was fun. I thought we got a chance to learn some things. And when you have an unpopular opinion, you have to have develop thick skin. So
Yeah.
that's all it is. But I don't, this is a debate and life goes on. You
Right.
win some, you lose some. But I
Yep.
thought it was good, and I enjoyed you two ladies. I thought it
It
was very spirited. It wasn't boring. I wasn't over here half asleep. So I thought you did good.
This guy said I got spanked. Oh, sir. Newsflash, sir. I love to get spanked.
Oh,
You dig
Lord.
me?
Oh
Sexually.
boy.
You dig?
Uh-oh.
Shoot.
Oh boy.
I don't know about it.
Let me explain something. I'm a debate prep by the heart and intellectual warrior scholar. I ain't
Yeah,
tripping.
but
Dude,
guess what though? But
just
guess what
stop.
though? Guess what, Lady Maya? You
Uh-huh.
are still welcome to come on here and debate. You're
Oh, of
still
course.
welcome. You're welcome
My
to come
sentiments
on here.
exactly, you dick.
I mean, I
Hit me
don't
up on a hotline, you heard?
like I
Shoot.
said, I've done more than 100 of these. Everybody knows me for doing these. I've been doing them since the December of 2019. So, like I said, I've done more than 100 of them, and I've done all types: small YouTubers, big YouTubers, known YouTubers, unknown YouTubers, YouTubers from this space and out of this space have came on here to debate. So, I mean, you win some, like Lady Danielle said. You win some, you lose some. You do.
Uh-huh.
But at the end of it all, at the very least, you have black folks in here with a dialogue and leaving without threatening to kill each other at the end of it. All right. So I mean, that's kind of where I'm at with it. $5 super chat from the brother T Riddler. Appreciate that, brother T Riddler. He says, Mayat, black women support policy that divides black men and women in lieu of government benefits. Government and the state are black women's man. Do you agree or disagree?
Oh, baby. Let me tell you something about me, baby. First of all, I'm a black conservative, okay? I'm not a liberal Democrat. So, what do I believe in? I believe in pro-life. I believe in the Second Amendment. I believe that blue lives matter. I believe in a merit-based system. There's no such thing as fairness. So, to answer his question, and he says, do you really believe I did good? Blah, blah, blah. True. I'm not sure if that's a
Oh,
question or a statement. Is
oh,
that a
this is
statement or
for
a question?
this is for Lady George. I appreciate it. Gold Professor showing out
I'm not
tonight.
sure that that's a question. You dick.
He says, Lady George, do you really believe Lady Maya did good? Fact or fiction? Please tell us the truth.
I think she did an outstanding job. It's easy to sit out in the comment section and to critique somebody who gets up here on a public platform, and you never know how many people will actually come through. I do believe Mayat held her own, whether we agree with her points or not. She came up here, she stood her ground, she made her debate, and that's what counts. Now, and I want you guys to consider this. If she was wrong and she was making points, think about how many other people have made those points in their head, and think about if Nicole defeated her points. And I don't have any opinion on the debate either or. But if Nicole defeated her points on that debate, think of how many people that educated. So like I said, I think she came up here and held her own, and I think that's what's important. She actually came up here and actually held a debate. What have you done? Have you came up here? I don't okay. That's all I got.
Well, yeah, that's
Ah,
the thing. People that won't, they won't debate for whatever reason. But
Right. And so it's easy to get up here and criticize her and say that she was this, that, and the third. But most people that have criticized her the hardest, I've never seen come up here ever. And so yeah, Maya held her own, and that's what it's about. You get up here, the debates are fun. They're supposed to be fun and educating. And I thought she did good. So that's what it
Yeah,
is.
I just feel like from middle school and high school, being on the debate team, you know, the primary goal was to challenge yourself and learn something. So the primary things, two things you had to do: challenge yourself and learn something, from your opponent. Because when you learn something from your opponent, you strengthen yourself. That's what
Absolutely.
the idea of debate is. I mean, I understand like people gonna say what they're gonna say. I can't control what they say, but it really gets your mind going when the person is speaking in response to you, whatever you said. And I've lost debates, so I'm like, okay, whatever, keep it moving. So it is what it is.
But you know what? The
All right.
world proves me right. The
Okay.
world proves me right.
See, yeah, okay.
Why are black men and black women together in BLM if
What?
black men were being singled out by the government? There's no possible way that would be possible.
What law?
So
right.
the facts
Hold
are
on.
these,
Hold on a second.
ladies and
Hold on a
gentlemen.
second.
I won
Hold on.
tonight. But go
Hold on.
ahead, sir.
Hold on.
Please.
Hold on a second, Lady Maya. Another $4.99 super chat from my brother Sir Tice. He says, here's where I believe he's talking to Sister George. Lady George is wrong. As black people stateside, our opinion has always been not popular, but now people want to fit on. Now go to Mayat's OnlyFans. I don't know what that means.
Dude, I do
I,
not
I
have an
don't really.
OnlyFans. You dare? That's a
But
lie.
as far as our opinions not being popular and now people want to fit in, um,
But I might make one. You
yeah,
heard?
that would apply to a lot of people. A lot of people want to follow behind the pack. A lot of people don't really have their own thought process. Um, yeah, what does it have to do with anything? Okay.
Brother
I'm here.
J.I. with the $2 super chat. He says, open the panel X. Mayat got an answer for this. I don't know what this is. Brother Gold Professor with another $5 super chat.
Oh,
The Brother
Lord.
Gold Professor is showing y'all up tonight, by the way. He says, I demand a debate with Sister George about this debate.
Tell him to bring it on. Go, Professor, you're gonna lose.
Appreciate that, Brother Gold Professor.
Oh, Lord.
What we got? Oh, Brother DUG with the $10 super chat. He says, despite both ladies originally came with the same position, I enjoyed this debate. Nikole, flawless victory. I want to see Lady Mayat versus RBR versus the General or versus Sir Ism. Shout out to Nisa for the suggestion. Hey, you set it up, Brother DUG. It can go down right here on the T.P.O.T YouTube page.
Yeah, I
It can
heard
go
somebody
down.
say to debate RBR. I was like, I've had conversations with RBR. That wouldn't be a problem for me. I don't know how Maya feels about it, but for herself. But he reminds me of my uncle. So I mean, I can't be mad at him. I'll probably
Well,
laugh.
believe it or not, Brother RBR has been up here debating. I think he's
that's
debated up here twice. He's debated. Yeah, he's debated on here twice. I mean, some of everybody has come up here and debated. I mean, some of everybody, even old RBR. Dar with the $5 super chat. He says, Lady Mayat, if you truly believe this country is merit-based, then do you believe Title IX should be removed?
Oh,
That's a good question.
yeah. That is a good question.
You're muted, Lady Mayat. You're muted.
Okay, sorry about that. Do I believe Title IX should be repealed or removed?
Yes.
Um, mm, Considering that the civil rights era failed Black America, I believe so. I believe so. We went from 80% of skilled labor to only a mere 2%. You tell me, we're predominantly consumers today in America because of integration. We don't build nothing, we don't lead nothing. We run our mouths, and that's about it. Check.
Mm. Brother Gold Professor with another $5 super chat. Appreciate that, Brother Gold Professor. He said you're gonna lose, Lady George.
Only in Gold Professor streams. Only there. Go take a nap, sweetheart.
Only in my dreams.
Well, I'm gonna do what I often do at the end of these things, but I always ask my debaters first. Do you mind if I open it up and let some brothers on,
Sure.
ladies?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay. Brothers, I know you want to come up here and talk and say something. So what I'm going to do, I will put my email in the chat. If you wish to come on and hobnog with the debaters, you must hit me with an email. I shall not put the link in the chat. I shall not do it. There it is. You want to come up here, hit me up, and my email is prophetofthought@yahoo.com. Prophet of Thought, one word, no caps, at yahoo.com if you wish to get up here and opine with my debaters. Somebody's already in the email. That's got to be J.I. Guaranteed that's him. Guaranteed that's J.I. Yep. Yeah, so I'm going to say this as far as the debate goes. I mean, it was a good debate. I don't have many bad ones. I've had a few bad ones, since I've been doing these, but it was a good debate. You know, when the ladies come up here and debate, you would think, now people would think that when the ladies came up here, it would turn to like a crazy cat fight, but it never does. It never does. Believe it or not, it never does, because this is not the first female debate. I've had co-ed debates, of course, quite a few, where it's, man versus woman. But I've also had female debates. I've had quite a few of them, actually. And they all were pretty cordial. They were pretty respectful. I don't remember any of them turning into a cat fight, even during the rapid fire rounds. So, there's a lot to be said about that. And I've said this many, many times, and I'll say it again tonight. People often tell you that, oh, T.P.O.T, hates women over there and also kind of nonsense, which is a fucking lie. Okay, which is just a straight out lie. I don't have a problem with women coming on my panel at all. I mean, I just don't. The ladies that have come up here and debated, I don't have a problem with them at all. I treat them just like the men. I don't treat them any different. I don't treat them any better. I don't treat them any worse. I don't make any special concessions for them. I give them the same amount of rules that I give the brothers. And so the people who keep saying that bullshit, they're just lying. They're just making shit up. I don't have no problem with women coming on my channel. I really don't. But I mean, I don't really have to say that because I got 3 women up here right now. So, I mean, I just want to lay that out there that, I'm not one of these dudes where I just hate, I hate women. Now I hate the hoes and old mamas. Yes, those I hate. But as far as women go, I'm not like that at all. I've been married to the same black woman for 20 years. I have 2 adult black daughters and I have 3 black granddaughters. All right. So, I mean, that whole, oh man, the T.P.O.T, the women over there is just straight up bullshit. That is all.
I got one high yeller black daughter.
Brother J.I. is in the house. All right, you ladies got some. I think these brothers want to ask y'all some questions. God damn it, my email's filling up like a motherfucker. I can only let so many brothers up at once now. God damn it. What's good with it, brother J.I.?
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for having me. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you. You got it.
All right. So to the I'm gonna save you for last because you, oh my goodness. But to Nicole, am I right in understanding that you do agree with financial abortion?
Yes.
Did you say that I was the reason that you agree with it, or I was the reason that you thought about? What did you say?
You said I didn't miss what you just asked me. What'd you say?
Did you say that I was the reason that I convince you to agree with financial abortion, or what did you say in reference to me about it?
You're the first person I've heard to mention it, and the conversations and debates and things that you've had, exchanges with other people. It wasn't just the strengthening of your argument; it was me looking at legal documents and cases and trying to actually put holes in your proposal. And I was having difficulty doing that. And then I previously last week saw your debate with Queen Mayat, and I was like, oh wow, I see what he's. It was kind of obvious. I was like, okay, this makes sense. For me, it's like like I said, either you have agency or you don't. If you're a woman and you're not acting as a person who has agency, that means you don't have agency. And if you don't have agency, like I said, you should be treated like a child. And if men have agency and they're able to speak up for themselves, I don't see what the problem with that is. If you're a feminist or if you're a Black conservative, you should actually be promoting that. If you're about rugged individualism, you should actually be promoting that. You should be promoting financial abortion because you're helping that man to not only maintain the financial, spiritual, physical, health that he has at that time and wealth he has at that time, but over time, you're preventing him from losing who knows how much money or wealth or sanity that he'd be losing. So yes, I do agree. Women have the ability to just do what they want when it comes to bringing life in the world or stopping life from coming into the world. Men don't have a say in that anymore. It used to, but it's not that way anymore. Where men have a say, and I don't see why it's such a problem. If you call yourself a feminist, if you call yourself a conservative, if you call yourself, an intellectual, that's called egalitarianism. That's equity. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. My bad.
Thank you. And Brother X, that's why I always thank you every time you let me get on here and debate somebody about it. Oh, by the way,
Absolutely.
Sir Anthony said he's going to send you an email this weekend for me and him to debate it, because you never know, like I always say, who it's going to reach, who's going to hear it, and who may be affected and positively influenced by it. Now, Maya, after hearing what she just said, hearing it from a woman's mouth, do you now agree with financial abortion for men, Maya?
Absolutely not, sir.
Okay.
And here's why. I'm pro-life.
You do know that financial abortion is not killing anybody, right?
We're
Do you realize
advocating
that?
for abortion. Duh. What you talking about, Russ? What you
Did you
talking
not
about,
hear the
Russ?
financial part?
Whatever, dude.
Obviously
Okay.
not.
You also mentioned abortion. Stop playing. Stop playing with me.
Wait a minute.
Financial abortion, Maya.
Stop playing with me. Goddamn.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Maya,
hold on. Let me formally introduce the brothers.
You know
We've
what?
been
Hold
joined.
on.
Hold on, Lady Mild. Hold on a second. Hold on. We've been joined by Brother Faulkner, who hasn't been on here since I don't know damn when. God damn, I had to get some women up here just to get this brother up here. And brother AB is in the house as well. Go ahead, Brother Faulkner. You got it, man.
I love being in beautiful places. Jesus. You know what? the Scientist Supreme once again. How you doing, love?
I'm doing good, Charlie. How are you feeling?
Styling and profiling.
Yes.
Getting on the good foot because that's all I got left.
Yeah.
And Mahat, how you doing? Sister George, everyone else.
Salute,
Hey,
sir.
Charles.
You know what? I have to be fair in my assessment of this debate, if we shall call it that, because I call this like I call this the slaughter. You ever seen like on the Animal Channel or the Animal
Poor Boo Boo. Slaughter, Boo Boo. Go ahead.
I don't need your boo boos.
You think I care?
Yes,
Do you
you
really think I care? I don't, baby. I
do.
don't
You really
care.
think I care about your cares? No. See, it's kind of funny. It's
How
kind of
about
funny because you call yourself
no,
Mahat.
buddy?
It's kind of
Okay.
funny you call yourself Mahat, but karma keeps coming around only to you.
Where? How, Sway?
How?
Care to enlighten me, baby?
Yes, well, you shut up,
You're
please.
making open-ended statements, brother,
Yeah,
which
because
don't
we know
hold
that.
water. Baby, please.
I'm pretty
Baby,
sure
please,
you
brother,
never take
please.
water.
Don't do it. Don't hurt yourself.
Hold on. Let him finish his thought. Hold on,
I'm
Lady
pretty
Mahat.
sure
Let
that,
brother talk
baby,
to
we don't see your water very much because I think you got a little bit of fluid on the brain. You know why? Because the arguments you gave about how laws against black men were not true when 93% of the children go to the mothers in this country. Let's not forget about the
Okay,
crime
please
bill.
continue, sir. Please continue.
Let's not forget about the crime bill because let me see. In '94 they gave us jail. '96 they gave you what, college? You've always had a parachute in this country. But yet we found out somebody is intellectually dishonest as you and your ilk.
Can you
Always
please
try to say, "Oh, please
stop
trust me."
rambling, brother,
Guess
so I
what?
can
It's not the
address
first.
you
It's not the first time.
accordingly?
See, sweetheart, that's not the first time I've ever had a woman say please to me. Okay, so let's
Baby,
not
you
start that.
rambling. Please
No, we're not
allow me
rambling.
to address you
No,
accordingly
I don't
before
want
the
you to
church.
address me. I want you to sit your ass down and listen because it's burning time.
Church. I didn't know we were in church.
Hey, yo, buddy, hold up. First of all,
Buddy, hold up. You know
hold
what?
up, though.
See, this is the
Hold
problem.
up, though.
This is the problem with you. You're giving women a bad name right now because you don't know how to be
Yes,
ladylike.
sir.
You don't know how to be classical.
No.
And
Hold
you're-
on.
Shut up.
I'm being very
No,
nice,
no.
sir. You're being
No, you're being an ass
disingenuous.
because
You
I
come
didn't
up
cut
here
you off.
to attack me,
I'm just saying
and
I'm
I'm
not
correcting the
attacking you. I'm
record.
attacking your I'm attacking your
Don't
debate
even try it, dude.
because
Don't.
you're being intellectually dishonest.
In your
Because trust me,
eyes,
no, in fact, and what we just
opinions are like
how can it be an
assholes, sir.
opinion if we historically
Everyone's got one. Check.
just like your breath smell like an
See, the
asshole? Everybody
problem
does.
is, buddy blue, baby.
The problem is that you can't even
I'm
see your asshole
bulletproof.
from your mouth.
I'm
They're
battle
both open.
hardened, baby. It ain't gonna work, baby.
I just go.
Bro,
And you ask a question. How
how
dare
long you
I
been
call
drinking?
myself queen? I will enlighten you, sir.
hold
not a
on a
queen.
second.
Please
Hold
allow me
on.
to enlighten
Hold on a
you
second.
because
You're a concubine or a
Hold on.
peasant. That's
I'm
all you
above
drink
your
to.
BS, sir.
You're not above shit.
No,
Shark
your
shit attack.
attacks work on baby mamas. Is that right, y'all?
Probably
Your
probably
attacks work
because you're
on
one.
hood rats, but not I,
Probably because you're
baby.
one. Just because
See, what you're
somebody
doing
gave you a
is
little title
exposing
as
yourself
sanitation engineer doesn't
as
mean you're
lesser
not
than a
right.
man. You got to come up here
Mhm.
and call me
Oh,
out.
no. See,
What
a
about
man
the
will call
deadbeat
you out because that's
fathers
what
in
a
the
man
black
has to
community?
do.
Baby,
The
please.
community that you
Don't
still live in.
even
Oh, trust
try
me.
it. Mm-mm.
Like, I'm sorry
Mm-mm.
that you had to be black male repellent, but we
I
understand.
am not, baby.
Yes,
My
you are.
daughter was birthed by a black man. Check.
And yes, like, is he still around?
Oh, yes, he's around.
Around his
What kind of
daughter, not
question
you.
is that?
Around
I
his
kicked
daughter,
him to
not
the
you.
curb, baby, because he's
No,
like
he kicked you to the curb.
a dog. No,
No,
I
you
kick
guess
him to
what?
the curb out of
Guess
my
what?
house.
If
Boo
he's a
boo.
dog, what does
Please.
that make you?
No, baby.
A bi what?
You got me twisted, baby.
Only
Mm-mm.
bitches sleep with
You know what?
dogs.
This is
And
a
bitches are
match
female dogs. Hello. How dare you,
You're gonna
sir?
call him a dog when he goes
How dare you?
Hold on.
See, I haven't called you one name, sir.
I didn't call you directly.
Hold
I didn't
on.
call you a
Everybody,
bitch.
just hold on for a second. Everybody, one at a time. Let me read this super chat. Another one from brother Gold Professor. Gold Professor showing out tonight, boy. I appreciate that $5 super chat. He says Nikole Ali 1. Sister George is on code, and my aunt likes wine mixed with Hennessy. Call the chopper.
I am definitely on code with the Hennessy part, but that's about it. I think
She drinking cheap McHale's vodka. She got
Well,
to drink herself to sleep, and she'll have
let
a
me
bad
get
day.
let me get brother AB in here. I haven't heard anything from him. What's good with it, brother AB? You got it, man.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's good?
Salute, my
Lady
brother. What's up?
Mayat, I noticed you mentioned in your closing statement that black women get arrested more for drugs. Don't answer, Charles. Will get arrested more for drugs than black men do. I would like for you to show an article that proves that. Can you
post
an article
before the
that
carriage?
proves that?
I mean,
Yeah,
don't put the carriage before the horse.
I was interested in that too, especially now that I got a law
I can't drop
enforcement
links without
professional
a wrench.
on the stream. I'm somewhat interested.
Okay, you can do it in the back chat.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You really think black women get arrested for drug charges more than black men?
Oh my God! You know what?
How disingenuous are
statistics and polls?
Statistics and polls are bullshit.
And are not infallible.
Black women don't even. Black women
Come
have
again?
nowhere near the.
No statistic is binding. Okay, so stop.
Let's stop your bullshit.
Stop twerking.
No,
okay?
that's what you're doing.
Because you're wrong, sir.
Number one,
you have
if
no
I
point.
even decided to twerk, you don't have enough money to pay me. Number two,
put that on something, baby.
No, see, you need to take your ass to the Betty Ford. Rich for what, nigga? Rich
I'm rich, baby. Oh, money.
You do realize that you're talking
to a. Do you realize that, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you realize that you're talking to a law enforcement professional right now, right?
Okay.
You do realize that, right?
Just pump your brakes. Pump your brakes, sir. You are being. You are out of order.
Your breath is out of order. Frank,
baby, my hygiene's spot on, baby.
Your hygiene's about that of a
Don't even try, baby.
Yeah, that's what the men say when you take off your pants.
Oh, yes. Excuse me, baby. I'm a nurse.
You're a nurse.
Do realize.
Look, my pH balance on point, baby.
Your pH balance.
I don't know about your balls, baby.
You do realize that you're speaking
maybe I don't want to know.
A law enforcement professional. You do realize that, right? A veteran.
I studied criminal justice too, baby.
And war.
That's not what I said, though.
What you do?
Want to get into it, baby?
What I do is practice.
I got a college degree too.
You got
you dick.
Guess what? You can get a college degree. So can a damn dancing monkey. I do practice. You do theory, and I don't even think you even have a college degree.
He said I do theory.
Like a barber or clown. Firstly, yes, you do theory.
Let me explain something to you, sir. No, you know what's going on here.
Because first of all, you don't even
explain. Excuse me, sir. You've been talking all evening. Oh my! You said shut up.
Because now you're going to tell me some disingenuous bullshit. Don't talk
How do you know?
Profession.
Are you a mind reader, baby?
So shut the hell up.
Did you not hear me say Blue Lives Matter on this platform, sir? Open your ears. What are you talking about? Disrespect your profession. Are you kidding me, sir?
Okay. X. This was very
lady
right here.
Hold on, Lady Maya. Hold on. Everybody hold on. Lady Danielle, I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming on and doing these female debates for us. You know I do. Good stuff tonight. You actually came with a clock.
I was even though I couldn't work here first.
I appreciate and the next one I do, I will be hitting you up, Lady Danielle.
You know what
I appreciate
about the Lady Danielle and Nikole. They will actually use facts instead of what they feel. What they see.
Let me explain something real quick.
You don't need to explain.
Hold on. Before anybody say anything, hold on. Y'all do realize that Lady Danielle is one half of the team of the breakdown, a woman's perspective. Get on down there, check them out. All right, it's her and it's Lady Danielle and Lady Concrete down there. Get on down there and check them out. Once again, I appreciate it, Lady Danielle.
Thank you so much for having me, X, and very, very special shout out to the ladies. You guys did a phenomenal job. Everybody have a great night, and I'm
Have a good
out.
night.
Salute my
Peace.
sister.
Lady
Peace.
Danielle.
Be safe.
Sir.
Gold Professor with
Well,
another.
hold on. Wait a minute. No, no,
Hold
no.
on, no, you hold on. You hold on. You hold
Okay.
on. All right, this my shit.
Yes,
You
Daddy.
hold on.
Okay. Okay,
All right,
Daddy.
you hold the hell on.
Okay, Daddy.
Another $5 super chat from brother Gold Professor. Gold Professor got that money, boy. He says, are we witnessing shots being rendered? Is love in the air? I don't know. Maybe we all need to drop down and let Lady Maya and brother Faulkner go ahead and have a rapid fire round. I don't know, brother Gold Professor.
He wouldn't be worthy to top my
You know
work.
what? That's what it is, baby. He likes me.
But,
He likes me.
y'all had something
Mikey.
See, that's what happens when alcohol is a crazy drug, okay? When the
Dude,
abuse of alcohol.
I'm naturally aspirated. Check.
Drugs are bad.
Yeah, we know. That's what happens when your parents drinking. When
I'm
they
quick
take
on my feet and good. Listen, I'm good in the bed. All you had to do was say, "Hey, mama, hey, show dad, I want
and that's
some."
why that's why you teleported out of your life like one of the pilots off of Star Trek. Engaged.
You know, your jokes, baby, are weak.
Like your
Try
breath.
better. Try
is
better.
stronger.
Try
Let me try
better,
better. Okay, I'll tell another joke. Knock knock.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who's not there? Your man.
Because I kicked him to the curb. No shit,
Yeah,
Sherlock.
I doubt that he took that.
No shit, baby.
Let me ask.
Hey, Maya, you said all your man got to do is say what, and you in the bed. All you got to do is say what.
It was a joke.
I bet
it was
you
satire, brother.
Let me
get you to bed.
Let me ask Lady Nicole something. Hold on, y'all. Lady Nicole, when you coming back to the when you coming back for the Ask the Doc series? When you coming back?
Oh, whenever you need me to come back and I'm available.
Okay.
That's fine. No
Nicole,
problem.
are you married?
Can I hit you up in about 2 weeks?
Fine.
About 2 weeks? Could you come back in 2 weeks?
2 weeks is good with me. Yeah, I'm
okay.
I'm working and everything, and I'm trying to stay off my feet as much as I can, but it's hard.
Okay.
No, but I gotta
everything
get this.
All right? Is everything all right?
I'm about 7 months pregnant now, so
you are? You done let somebody knock you up, Lady Nicole. What the hell?
Salute, sister.
God damn it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's
I got
up.
a wrist brace. I'm gonna be looking like Charles soon. I got a brace on my wrist. I got a brace on my ankle. I'm like all apart.
Don't worry. I've been working.
That's cool.
All right, so
but
damn,
you pregnant. I can't wait to see that mother
pregnant.
Yeah, I'm out there.
Maybe I should wait till after you have it. After you drop
no, it probably be before because afterwards, like I don't even know. Like, I'm just gonna be like,
okay. Well, I'll try to squeeze it in the next 2 weeks. I'll try to schedule it into the next 2 weeks because you said you 7 months?
Yeah.
Damn, you pregnant.
And you said you've been married. How long you been married?
It's only been a year and a half now.
Okay, so you just don't wait no time.
Huh? No. Because I'm figuring like, what's the point of wasting time? Like just if it is what it is, get it done. Get it over with, People be married 5, 6, 10 years and they be like, you know what, let's have a kid. Like, you've been married all this time, what you been doing? Like, I'd be wondering what's wrong with them? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with the woman and the man? What's going on?
I can't wait till the baby come out, Nicole, because your baby be the only baby in kindergarten doing binary.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah, sitting there with a little magic wand. No, going around snapping There was somebody looking at me going around snapping like Thanos. Like, I don't do anymore.
So damn, that means you were knocked up when you were here last time, because it hasn't been that long.
Yeah, I didn't know because like I didn't know like how it would go off. I told people so early because you have to make sure like so many genetic things going on and COVID as well. It's like I don't want any kind of health issues at the time because I was exposed to somebody who had COVID at that time. So I was scared and I was like, oh my God. But that's why I didn't reveal it till later on. But I'm good now. Like I, just trying to, go day to day. That'd be cool.
Well, I'm gonna try to get you back on the Ask the Doc series, right before you go ahead and drop one. So I try to get you on here because I know you're pregnant now. Before you was just pregnant, now you pregnant. So I know all that. But I'll try to not make it no longer than 2 weeks, because you like off your feet like type, right? Like resting. You like in that resting pregnant mode. Okay.
Well, I'm physically there 3 days a week, and the other 2 days I'm at home. Yeah.
Oh, so you're still working? You're still working.
I'm still working. I have to actually. I went today. I'm going tomorrow. I'll be there Sunday. The only day I took off this week was Tuesday. Unfortunately, I had some surgeries and experiments to start and finish. There's nobody else that can do the experiments because they're my experiments. I planned. They're not. I mean, they won't do it because they have their own things, and then they can't be exposed to like stuff that I'm exposed to, like as far as like keeping things clean. So they're not gonna like do my work for me, and I don't want them to do my work for me. So as long as I can go, I'm gonna go and do what I have to do.
So but I usually have 2 days off. You're gonna work up until the time you go into labor.
Pretty much. That's
And that's
I said that as a joke, and you're like, "Yep."
And that's why we call you the scientist supreme.
I need all that time, man. I need all the time I can get. I want to get all of it. But yeah, I appreciate EJI for having the courage to present your idea, your concept, and to get the ball rolling. I think that's very important. So I just wanted to shout out to you for that.
Yeah, it has to start somewhere, and you can't be cowardice in something like this.
Yeah.
And I appreciate X letting me get it off on his channel because it's an unpopular opinion.
Absolutely.
And him sharing his audience and his platform is a great thing too.
Well, this is what we do over here, man. We do the unpopular here. That's kind of our specialty. A shout out to the Gold Professor again with a $5 super chat. He says, at Nikole Ali, I sent you some money for the laboratory. Check your cash app.
He's always sending money for that laboratory.
Gold Professor got that money. He got that money.
He want me to build a laboratory. I told him, let me hold something. He didn't answer that though, but it's cool. He gave me the 20. I'm like, okay, that's my answer. Good. Thank you, sir. Earlier, he wouldn't answer me. Like, I'm gonna give her 20. He wants me to build this laboratory. I ain't gonna have no baby in no laboratory, boy. Stop.
Nikole, are you Christian? Do you consider yourself Christian?
I did at one point, but now I don't. Of course, I was raised Christian, a Christian household. I'm from South Carolina. Now, not so much, like not really at all, because I see where the indoctrination has such a powerful hold, even with some of my relatives now.
Yes.
And I see where it has a
good point.
Negative. It has a lot of negatives more than positives.
Interesting.
Yeah. Indoctrination is a drug, baby. You don't want it.
It's all nonsense. Okay. I'm trying to find something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it's because I was raised by church folks, and that's probably why I'm not church folk now. Shoot, my people always told me, because I was raised by preachers.
Which denomination?
Well, shoot, I was Southern Baptist. I was raised Southern Baptist, and then we were
same as me.
Yeah, then we were Episcopalian as well. And let me tell you something. One thing my grandfather always told me, he said, the biggest thing that chases people from Christianity is Christians. So he was right.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah, they break all the
Ooh, say that
rules
again.
in the
Say that again.
Bible.
man, the biggest thing that
Passing
chases people away
judgment.
from Christianity is Christians, and you know, being that I was related to church people and had ministers and bishops and all that kind of crap in my family, I used to be in the back rooms. I used to see what goes on behind the curtain, and it ain't nice.
Uh-oh.
It ain't
Oh
nice, and
yeah,
it
it's
ain't
just a whole
Christian.
bunch of people.
Yeah,
It's just a
it ain't
whole
Christian.
bunch of people being
It
people.
ain't
Yes,
Christian.
sir.
Trust
Yes,
me, it
sir.
is
It's
not.
people
You ain't
being
lying.
people.
Yep, it is not. There's nothing Christian about what goes on in those back rooms. Trust me.
Oh yeah, I
My
know.
my grandfather was a bishop, and he was like in his 60s. Man, my grandfather had like 3 girlfriends, and all of them was young. It was like in their 20s. He had
Oh yeah.
3 girlfriends, and he would get up there and he would preach blasphemy and adultery and also kind of nonsense and leave right out the church and go to one of his girlfriend's house. So I mean,
Mm.
For that Sunday dinner and that
forget it,
dessert. Oh yeah.
forget it, man.
I was
You know,
raised Christian. And then I was in the Nation of Islam, and then Tibet Buddhism.
You went
oh,
from the
you was,
nation of Buddhism?
yeah, that's quite elite.
Tibet Buddhism.
Yeah, that's
Dude.
That's
Oh, I
extremely.
see what you're saying.
That's a
yeah,
big
Of
that's
leap.
course.
That's a huge leap.
I study
that's
a
a
lot.
big leap.
You got a
Yeah,
problem with that?
that's a leap
Why?
right there.
That's why
Why
I'm an
the leap?
intellectual giant, you heard.
Why the leap?
Shoot.
Why the leap from the NOI to? Because I used to be in the NOI too. I used to be a Muslim as well when I was a young
Yeah, I
guy.
can see Christian the
Um,
NOI, but NOI to Muslim, I mean to Buddhism.
yeah, why the leap to
Explain
Buddhism?
Open your mind. That's what it's about, baby.
Mm. So you had an open mind. So
Mm-hmm.
that made you say, okay, I'm
Okay.
going to go ahead
I don't want to be a one book,
worship Buddha.
one God type person.
That's a very big leap, though.
I thought you said something was
Yeah,
wrong with
it is.
opening your
Not
mind.
really.
Okay.
If you just study our religions, they have one thing in common: one God.
So are you
Well,
Buddhist now?
No, I'm not.
So you're nothing now.
But I believe in those concepts. I am Kemetic, Hotep, Alafia, to all others. What's up? Shoot. I believe in
Okay, so
Amun
you
Ra
don't
and
have
the
a
Metu
religion now.
Netter. You dick.
The young Link guy that I met from BMT,
Okay.
and shout out to BMT because he lets me talk about this over there too. He said I was gonna debate him. He's gonna hit you up about Hitler being no worse than God, and I was gonna see if Nicole was Christian, but she's not Christian though. Whatever. I was gonna see if she wanted to debate me on that. But yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can set that up with him.
You were saying something about
Hitler
brother
being no
Sir
better than
Anthony.
God.
I know who Sir Anthony is. He's been following me for a while. So you and him supposed to be squaring off?
No, me and Sir Anthony, he said he's gonna hit you up this weekend for me and him to debate about financial abortion.
Okay.
But there's another guy, his name is Young Link, that I met over at BMT's channel. When me and my out met before we did our debate. And me and him were supposed to debate on Hitler is no worse than God. And I was saying Hitler's no worse than God. And he was saying God is better than Hitler. And we were going to debate that.
Okay.
I would have to agree with RBR.
RBR wasn't even mentioned.
Okay, who did you say debated you on it? I'm sorry.
Okay.
You did mention RBR.
No, I did not say anything about RBR.
You meant BMT.
I said
right?
BMT.
Yeah, okay. I'll have to agree with him.
You got RBR on your mind?
Dude, just stop.
No
just stop. Dude.
RBR
on the got something on her mind, that's for sure.
It's all good.
But anyway, T.P.O.T, I think that's going to be an interesting
Nicole?
debate.
No, I said RBR on the brain. You know it's gonna rain.
No, hit me up. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. Just hit me up and we'll schedule. Go ahead, Lady Nicole. You got it.
My bad.
Go ahead. You got it.
I was saying that's an interesting topic, but I think somebody can debate that without religious. God, yeah. Because I'm sure somebody, if they are going to debate it and they're not religious, they would debate it from the creator aspect or from the Buddha aspect, perhaps, or some other, the creationist thing and all that. But
Yeah,
if you
that
are Christian,
that
it would
would
be
be
so
good.
easy. It would be easier because of all the different plagues and destruction that occurred in the
Yeah,
Bible.
I need somebody who's Christian to debate me because I need them to believe
Ah,
in the act. I need them to believe that the Bible is real, and we're going to be debating as if what God did was real. So if you don't believe in God, then
well,
you're basically just debating a story versus what really happened with Hitler. And of course, Hitler's worse because his is real. So I need somebody that believes that God
well,
is real.
I wouldn't want you to limit your debate format or the dynamic of the two opponents because you have atheists that know more about the Bible than some Christians out here.
I'm one of them.
Yes, yes, ma'am. She ain't
Yeah,
lying.
you have agnostics
It starts by actually reading the Bible. Most people that are
Yeah,
Christian
right,
have never
right,
even read the Bible.
yeah,
absolutely not. They
yeah.
haven't. I mean, the
I've
the
read it in the Holy
I have,
Quran,
but
Tibetan
the reason
book
the
of
reason people
living and
are
dying.
atheists is because they've read the Bible. That's why they're atheists. That's
Exactly.
just
We the
why
people
they're
that ask too
atheists.
many
But
questions
let
in
me tell you
Sunday
something. You
school
heard ain't no
and got in
atheists in
trouble and
foxholes. You
realized
dig?
this don't add up.
Ain't no
Yeah, I'm one of
atheists.
those people. Yeah.
Ain't no atheists in foxholes. You dig? Check.
That's a lie.
Now I don't believe in the Abrahamic God of the Bible, but I will admit sometimes I get on my knees and pray because this world is crazy.
I
Who
don't
You
you
know
doubt
what
that
I
pray
you do
mean?
to
that.
though?
But
I
Wait a
almost
minute.
got
the
killed
atheist and
twice.
foxhole thing, the
You
atheist and
know,
foxhole thing is disingenuous because if you're in a moment of stress and you reach out to something outside of yourself, that's just you hoping
yeah,
that there's something that can save you in a time of stress, like a child
well,
hopes that
something
there's something
created
that's going to
us.
save them
Yeah,
Yes,
when they think a
yeah, that's
boogeyman's on their
temporary.
bed.
you agree
That's not,
something
yeah, it's,
created us.
yeah, and we'll
Yes.
never be able to know what it is.
No, I can tell you what it
No,
is.
we came from somewhere, but you get into infinite regression because
can.
if you say something
But that's not the
created us,
point. The
then you
point
have to
is
say what created the
there
thing
are
that
no
created us,
atheists
and then
in
you have to say what
foxholes.
created that. You just get
Okay?
into infinite regression.
I was trying to debate the undebatable. Just accept it.
Yes, there
Do it.
are.
Take it or let it alone. It
Yeah,
is
it
what
could
it
be more
is.
of a
There
philosophical
are atheists in foxholes.
debate.
Oh no, they're not.
Yes.
Trust me.
Okay.
Have you ever
Well,
There are
prayed in
atheists in
your life,
foxholes, though.
sir? Have
Prove
you
it.
ever prayed in your life?
Prove it.
Have you ever prayed?
However, yeah, I was raised Christian like
There
all
you
y'all on
go.
this panel. So yeah, I grew up
Yes.
praying.
And can you be sure there is no God?
That's not the same. You said there's no atheists in
So be
foxholes.
careful.
Not have I
You
ever
don't know what
prayed.
you're
Those are two
talking
different
about.
things. So I
Those
don't
are two different.
understand how you're equating
Yes.
It's a
those things.
figurative analogy, okay? So hung up
But it
on the
has nothing to
minor
do with
How
the
do you
point.
details.
know a person that goes into that enlists into the military? They don't. I'm pretty sure my father's a veteran, and I'm pretty sure they don't ask you. They don't go through a battery of testing to know what your religious leanings are
Mm-hmm.
before they accept your application for enlistment. They really don't care about that. And I mean, I don't know how you would prove that empirically that there are atheists and foxholes around. A wartime situation. I don't see how that's relevant even to the philosophical debate
You
that
know what's
yeah,
funny is
I wasn't finished talking, but I'm
okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and I don't see how that. I'm just trying to say, like, for JI to propose that as a potential debate topic, I wouldn't want him to limit look at the philosophical side of that. Perhaps somebody could debate that. I see what you're saying though, JR. Like, you want them to believe in it, because then it has more credence to your side of whatever you're going
yeah,
to bring to the table. That makes sense. That
yeah.
makes
You
sense.
probably want to debate
Yeah.
a Bible thumper. You probably want to
Yeah, I
debate a
Yeah.
want to
Bible
debate a Bible thump because I want them to believe it, and I
Yeah. You
want
don't
them
want
to. I
that.
don't
That's
want
not
it to
me.
be
Sorry.
a discussion where we're just debate. If they don't have any, the part of debates to me that make them so worthwhile is you have to actually believe and be passionate about whatever your side is. Otherwise, to me, it's not really a debate. It's just a discussion. If y'all are just discussing something, you're just playing devil's advocate, that's one thing. But when you really believe what you're saying, like how I believe in financial abortion, and you're actually really trying to convince people that are listening, that's a better experience to me. That makes for a better debate for me versus and that's why I would want someone to not just, because I don't want to just have the conversation just for the sake of having it. I want to have it with someone that truly does believe what they're saying is true, not just for the sake of doing it. And that's the only reason why I would limit it that way.
No, I accept it. That I can accept. That makes a lot of sense. Are you gonna get with
you know what to do?
brother on that? You gonna get with the Geechee King BMT on that? Because he has his thoughts about things. I hope you do. I think that's who you were saying you wanted to debate on that is BMT.
No, I was saying thanks to BMT, because BMT also shares this platform with me to talk about financial abortion. I met the guy Young Link on BMT stream. That's where I met Mayat too, and Mayat said she would debate me. So that's how we met over there. But there's another guy named Young Link, and he said he wanted to debate me on that. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get a hold of him so we can make it happen over here.
Yeah, that's what's up. I'd like to see that.
All right.
Yeah, I think I would.
That'd be interesting.
I think I would like to see it as well. I would like to see that as well. See the church Bible thumper. Give me all this. All this good preaching, because it's going to be a preaching session on their side. I would imagine somewhat of a preaching session on their side. So you're definitely going to need a Bible thumper.
Lord, you know what's funny though is non-believers sometimes say, "Oh my God, I hope I get that job." They're praying to God unknowingly because it's an innate thing to believe in God.
But you said you were an atheist too, right? That you were an atheist, right, Lady Mayat?
There is no such thing as atheists.
Okay.
Atheist simply means you don't believe in a God. You can't prove, but you're open to a higher God or source of creation.
No, that's agnostic. That's not atheist.
No, that's what it means. Look it up.
Agnostic means you don't believe in God at all.
Stop. That's not what it means. It doesn't. No.
Theism is religion and belief. So atheist is not religion and belief. Against religion and belief. Not within religion and belief. Agnostic is that's what you're describing. You're describing agnosticism. You have polytheistic, monotheistic. Most Black people in this country are monotheistic.
They believe in one God.
People who used to understand in within, Kushite and Kemetic societies, which was Mayat, which it came from, justice, harmony, equality, balance,
reciprocity. I know it's my name.
Well, you should know they were polytheistic.
A religion need not be based in the existence of a supreme being. So, polytheist faiths or not must be mainstream faith. Let me see. Does the court conclude that atheism is equivalent to religion for purposes of First Amendment? Okay, maybe. But I've heard it put a different way, though. That you can actually be an atheist. And it has nothing to, I was reading something, sir. It has nothing to do with God. For example, God manifested himself today to an atheist. They would say, "Oh shit, I'm a believer." They would see him walk on water. So an atheist requires proof. That's all.
Oh dear.
And like that, they're believers. That's the whole point I'm making. Okay.
No, they don't.
Oh yes, they do. They require proof. Are you telling me if God came down from heaven tonight and woke up the dead you would still disbelieve if you were an atheist. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes. On the basis of
Oh,
believe.
stop
Look,
lying.
look,
You know
Maya.
that's a damn
Listen,
lie.
listen, Maya. Let me break this down for you real quick, because
Oh,
this is
just stop.
just my personal beliefs. All right.
Uh-huh.
There are just certain things that mankind cannot know, and a lot of people struggle with that. Some people make their peace with it, like me. But if you took the technology that we have today, okay, and we made a group and we went back 2,000 years, those people would worship us as gods, because compared to them,
Yes,
we
they
would
would.
be gods. But it's really just advanced
Yes,
technology.
they would.
But to them, they would worship us. They would build shrines to us. They would do everything. They would believe we were God, because we were so far advanced, removed from them. So similarly, I believe that there can be alien life or whatever, or beings that possess technology that is as much advanced as we are from 10,000 years ago. They can be that far ahead of us. And to us, it could look as if they're doing miraculous things just because we do not understand it. But that does not make them all powerful
Yeah.
beings and creators of the
Okay,
universe,
we're just
because
arguing
they're as far above us as we
semantics
are
and
to our ancestors.
non-subjective opinion.
No, he's right. He's
It
right.
doesn't
Absolutely.
discredit my
That's not
point.
No, he's
semantic.
right. No, no, no,
He
no.
has
And I'm
his
still
own
in the church,
belief,
and I'm
and
going
so
to
do
speak on
I.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I can speak on that. It kills me how some Christians are, like you said, are Bible thumpers. You have to have that. You have to have the actual book and read the word, even though the printing press wasn't invented like what 1,000 years after the Bible was even put together. They believe everything in that book, even though the printer press wasn't invented till about 1,000 years after that book was even put together. Not to
They
mention
had
the
the
fact it
word,
was not
sir.
written in English.
It was
They had the word
translated.
of God.
It was not written.
They had the word of
Yeah, it
God.
was. Yes, it was translated.
Translated several
And
times.
the King James Bible that everybody uses, they didn't even put all the books in. That too.
That's true. That is true.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, another $5 super chat from Brother Gold Professor. He said, "Is it me, or does Nikole Ali carry smack you up when grown women are talking type energy?" God damn, Nikole Ali.
No. I'm the nicest person you'll ever meet. I'm just just doing my thing, and I'm a Southern belle. That's all. I'm just a Southern belle.
That's right.
Drinking my lemonade on the porch, on a little porch swing. Just having.
That's right. I'm a Southern belle too. So was my mom.
Where you from? From South Africa?
Louisiana. My mom's from Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
Chidick. I do be trolling, but whatever.
Oh, you admitted it.
Sometimes, yes, for fun.
Oh, she admitted. Oh, wow. There you
Off
go.
the record, dude. Off the record. Off the record. Right now, I'm having
off
fun.
the record, my ass.
You either troll
Oh, listen, dude. I'm entitled to fun, just like you. What's your problem?
You either
Life ain't that serious. Life is too short, you dig? So live it up. Live it up, baby.
No, she wasn't trolling during my debate. She
no, I wasn't trolling. I never troll during debates. I bring the heat.
She believed all that foolishness that fell from her lips.
Oh, it was all true, sir. You believe the foolishness.
Okay.
Yeah, there was certain
you
topics
support
bring up,
genocide of black men.
What?
But then blame black women for it. So there you go. Oh, yes, you do. Oh, yes, it does.
Financial
Because if
abortion
a woman wants to abort her child, and you're pro-abortion through financial quote abortion, you support it. Duh. So it's hypocrisy.
That's not hurting anybody. That's actually just hurting women that are irresponsible because
he didn't fight for his child. He allowed the genocide of his children.
You know
That's
what?
The problem.
I wrote notes when y'all were talking.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I wrote some notes when y'all were talking.
Just like they never
I was writing some notes.
raised there. But never mind.
Let me go through my notes.
Let
They
Nicole find her notes. Let Nicole find
willfully
her notes.
abandon their
We got 7
children.
pages of
Okay.
notes. You know,
So what
Yeah.
happens
it's
when
like when I was talking
when the chick gets? Go ahead.
I was saying in my notes, it says it takes approximately 38 to 40 weeks, more or less, to complete gestation of a baby. If you're a woman that says you have agency, does your mind work that slow that you as a woman with agency cannot process what to do during that time, whether to get an abortion or have a baby? If your mind does work that slow, you don't have autonomy or agency. You're not an adult, you're a child. And at the same token, you don't have sense enough to tell this man, hey, I'm pregnant. I know you don't want a kid. And, we can figure something out. But if he says, well, I don't want it, she has 38 to 40 weeks to figure this out, to figure out what to do.
On top of the fact she get the baby up for the adoption.
Something. Leave it at the fire station or something. Leave it with the grandmama or something.
They got those things now. They have those things now at the hospital where it's like when you pull up to the drive-through at the bank.
Correct.
You can actually put the baby in one of those damn things and just roll out. Just walk on out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they have those.
Yeah, all types of things you can do. A woman can literally have the child, and if she's capable enough physically, get up out the bed and walk out and leave the baby right there in the bassinet next to the bed in hospital, and walk out, like just leave. They gonna call her and stuff, but she can just throw that burner phone away. So they, what I'm saying, like you can just do whatever you want to do. And with the abortion thing, like J.I. has said, many people. I mean, it's kind of obvious. You literally killing a child. He's not doing anything to kill the child. I brought up the Dubé versus Wells case from 1996. If I'm telling you it's from 1996, I'm sure it has set precedent for other cases that, up until 2021. I'm sure that was a monumental case in Michigan, the state of Michigan, and it has set precedents. It has to, where this man had no recourse. He wanted punitive damages from her and the state, and they denied him on both petitions for that. And there was no evidence of any paternity test that was conducted by the state after he petitioned for that. So he paying for a child, don't even know it was his, and she told him later in the pregnancy after they broke up that she was pregnant. What did that tell you? Like somebody lying.
Well,
okay?
Yeah.
He's poison. He doesn't fight for his kid. He's pro, quote, financial abortion. He doesn't care. So what's the point?
Somebody lying.
He'll walk away and let her be and let the child be aborted. What's the point? I don't get it.
Know what you know?
Hold on a second. Another super chat from the Gold Professor. He says, Lady Nicole, stop playing in my yacht voice. Well, I gotta say this to Brother Gold Professor. Tonight's show is sponsored by Brother Gold Professor. Yeah, tonight's show is sponsored by Brother Gold Professor. Boy, I dropping some
Gold Professor.
I appreciate that, Brother Gold Professor. I do, man.
Hey, yo, Gold Professor. You want to debate me sometime or no? Are you there?
Absolutely not.
Oh, you're scared. You're scared.
I'm just speaking for him. I'm sure
I got one question for you, sir. What is
Yeah,
what does your name mean, sir?
What were you drinking tonight?
What does Gold Professor mean? How does that represent you?
Maybe he'll type it in the chat.
Care
I don't
to
know.
articulate, sir? Is he up here? Or am I tripping?
No,
he's not.
Okay.
You're tripping.
No, you're tripping. You're tripping.
I'm weak. I'm hungry.
We just been throwing all
Dude.
kinds of money on the platform tonight.
I've been up all night. So what did you expect?
Tonight's show is sponsored by the Gold Professor.
Oh,
I'm tired.
maybe you get some sleep.
Shoot. Don't worry, baby. I will. Can I come over?
You know, I think you're better off without
Are you
any type
married?
of religion.
I need a new man.
I can't
You heard?
see any gods of needing you on their roster, my yacht. I can't see any of
stop
them.
lying. Just stop lying. You know you won't,
I
sir.
can't see any guys needing you on their roster, man. I'm for real.
Oh, and you would
No.
know that.
No.
And how do you know that, sir? Hmm?
I mean,
Are you a
the Christian
mind
guys
reader?
be like, no, we defer you to the Muslims. The Muslims wouldn't have you. They send you to the Jews. The
Oh,
Jews
stop.
wouldn't have you. They send you to the Buddhists. The Buddhists can't
Oh,
have you
what
no
he's
more than
really
they
saying
sent
is,
you.
oh, Ma'ad, I love you. You're so cute. God, get your number, Shody. That's what I hear.
My mistake.
Please court
I
me,
don't doubt that that's
baby.
what you hear.
Private chat.
I
You're
don't doubt that that's
delusional.
what you hear.
Please
2007.
court me, baby. Oh boy.
And I think
Okay.
that's a good. I think that's a good note to end it on.
You almost did it.
I'll hit you in the
Oh,
back
boy.
chat with my
And
phone
I
number. You
You ain't
heard
lying.
I
Place
think
this
we'll
stop.
end it there. I think
Oh
we'll end
God.
it
Teapot always say
You know
better
what?
from
This is
herself.
And Nicole, take care of yourself.
Teapot
I
always say
Oh,
better
boy.
from herself.
think
You know
we'll
what?
end it there.
Mm-mm.
I appreciate the ladies coming on tonight. Lady Mayat,
What?
Lady Nicole. I'm gonna be hitting you up, Lady Nicole, for the Ask the Doc series in about 2 weeks. All right. Try
No
to
problem.
catch you before you go into labor.
I'll be looking for that.
Yeah,
Sir.
Yeah. Just hit me up though, Professor, or what's his name? Prophet of Thought.
yes, yeah.
In,
Oh,
in their time.
you're willing to come back and debate again, even though you think
Sure.
it's biased and unfair.
Sure.
Okay,
I'm above the
okay,
drama, baby.
okay,
I don't take nothing
okay,
personal. I ain't built
okay.
like
That'll
that, you
You
work.
are
heard?
not above
That'll
the
work.
influence.
That'll work.
You are not
That'll
above
work.
the
If I get another challenger for you, I will I'll hit you up. All right. How's that sound?
Okay.
All right. I appreciate you coming through though. You know, you're always welcome here. And there is let me see. Oh, there's Brother Gold Professor again. He says, do you
Dang.
want fact
Go,
or
Professor.
fiction debate? Lady Mayat, a baby, you dig.
Oh,
Hey,
you
baby.
ain't shit for that gold
Anytime,
professor.
boo
Daggone
boo.
it.
Anytime you want to throw down, I'm good.
Do you talk like that in your real life, or is that
Say
just
yeah,
something you
baby. I'm a Southern
Yes,
Belle, baby.
she's
What's
taking
good?
on all opponents, folks.
I don't
So
know if she's high or
if
drunk.
you
It's one of the two. I
if
don't
you
know which one
wanna
it is.
if you wanna square
Oh
off
God.
with Lady Mayat, just hit my email. You all know what it is, and we'll set it up. Next Thursday's open, as a matter of fact. That's the only day that I don't have a show scheduled. So hit me up and we can throw down. All right. All right.
Okay.
I appreciate everybody
All right.
coming through. I appreciate you, brother AB, brother JI. You know what it is. Go ahead, hit me up, man.
Yes, sir.
Lady Nicole, Lady Mayat. Good debate
Yes,
tonight.
sir.
And
Salute, sir.
you'll hear from me
Salute.
soon, Lady Nicole. All right.
Yeah.
And I guess you'll hear from me too, Lady Mayat, if someone wants to challenge you up here or something.
Yeah, I dig it. I can dig it,
All
my
right.
brother.
All
For
right.
sure.
You
Y'all
got
take
it.
care.
Hey, thanks for letting me on the
Peace,
panel,
folks.
Prophet.
Absolutely.
Thank
Absolutely.
you again.
So, sister
Peace.
number one, Jadette.
Peace.
My soul
Lady
brother
Nicole.
number
Peace.
one, prophet of thought. I dig it.
Peace, folks.
Peace. I'm gonna drop off.
All right. Yeah. Good stuff tonight, folks. Very interesting debate, but I kind of predicted that it would be. Because Lady Nicole was gonna come up here, dropping the science. But Lady Mayat, you never know what she gonna come up here and drop. You never know. You never know what she gonna come up here and drop. But you knew Lady Nicole was gonna come up here and drop the science. And I think it went well, man. It usually does when the ladies come through. Yeah, hold on, let me turn the shit on. Yeah, it usually does. And now that I'm here and we're sitting up here in front of this big old picture of the hurricane, Edward Anderson, I might as well go ahead and hit y'all with T.P.O.T's programming notes. Yeah, next week, this fella will be here. You all know him as Edward Anderson. Brother Edward will be in the house Wednesday night for the Edward Anderson Challenge. Yes, the Edward Anderson Challenge goes down Wednesday night. All of you, I'm pretty sure y'all are pretty familiar with Brother Edward. Brother Edward is known for bringing some hardcore facts, and he's also known for being quite long-winded. Ergo the name Hurricane Edward. Yeah, he'll be here Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, right here on the T.P.O.T YouTube page. And Brother Edward will be taking on all challenges. That's right, you heard it. Brother Edward will be here, and he'll be taking on all challenges. Yeah, it's going down. So make sure you're here. But tomorrow, we're going to end the week off right, man. Tomorrow night, man, 8 p.m. Eastern time, this fine gentleman will be here. Maybe you don't know who he is. His name is D.C. Glenn of the rap group from the 90s tag team. You know, boom, there it is. Half of that duo will be here tomorrow, Brother D.C. Glenn, also known as D.C. the Brain Supreme. He will be here tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. We'll probably be talking about, of course, his hit record that everybody knows, some old school hip hop, and we'll catch up with him, man, and find out what he's got going on now. All right. So make sure you hear tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern time, right here on the T.P.O.T YouTube page. You Negroes know. And another reminder, come here Wednesday night and check out Brother Edward Anderson for the Edward Anderson Challenge. Brother Edward will be in the house. Y'all already know what it is. Yeah, good debate tonight, folks. I don't know if maybe we'll have some more lady debates. I mean, what do y'all think? Y'all think we should have some more female debates? What do y'all think? Should we have a few more female debates, as the season, moves along? Y'all got to let me know, man. I got to let me know. Hit me up in my email, man, because I'm willing to listen to you good folks, man. I'm willing to listen to y'all, give me some ideas, suggestions, complaints, questions, whatever. I'm willing to entertain it. Y'all know what the email is. Go ahead, hit me up on my email, man, and we can discuss it. And as always, I mean, if you have debate suggestions or you want to come on here and debate, you can always hit me up in my email. It's propertothought@yahoo.com. That's propertothought, one word, no caps, @yahoo.com. Hit me up, man. Let me know, give me some suggestions, people that you want to see. Maybe you want to debate against somebody and you need me to set it up. I'm open for that too. If you want to recommend particular debates, you can do that as well. I know we don't do as many debates as we used to, y'all. We've kind of drifted away from them because y'all know every year here on TPOT, man, we kind of pivot and, do something a little different. But I think the debate series we're going to keep. We'll keep doing the debates as long as I get requests. I mean, when y'all see these people come up here, man, for these debates and challenges and shit like that, they hit me up. They be like, X, I want to come through. I want to come on. So I don't deny folks, man. So if you want to hit me up, you want to come through, you want to see a debate, or you want to debate yourself, just drop me a line, man, in my email, and we'll get at it. All right. So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, man. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, man. Brother J.I., Brother Faulkner, Brother A.B., Lady Mayat, my debaters, Lady Nicole, my debater, and also Lady Danielle, my celebrity timekeeper. I appreciate everybody coming through tonight, man. Good stuff, man. And I'll see y'all tomorrow, man, for Brother DC Glenn. All right. So with that, I will leave you good folks with 3 words. You know, like I always do. Open your mind.
Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power.
And so a community is where you control your police, you control your commerce, you control your education, you control your house. We don't control none of that. We live in a hood. Huh? Well, what about the Negroes that get out? Oh, well, see, my cousin, they say he's a multi-millionaire, almost at $1 billion.
The Popular Thought
3 PhDs, working on 2 more. Driving down the street in Chicago in his Rolls Royce, enjoying himself, and he hears these sirens and looks through the mirror and sees this cop car flashing lights. He squeezed the steering wheel, man. Heart beats fast. Because he knows the price of a Negro, what it could be. And then when that cop car passed him by, he said, thank God he wasn't after you in the first place, Paul. That Negro thing you can't get away from. It's universal. They wasn't coming after you. With all your millions, with your Rolls Royce, with your PhD, didn't help. That's the hood. Huh? Why do you think you never pick up the paper till you read over and over and see white families? You think it's thousands of black cops in America. Why don't you see white families crying as black cops shot my loved one 40 times in the back of the head? Why do you think black cops are that? You think they're more spiritual? Think they're better? No! They got enough sense to know that white folks ain't gonna tolerate it. And I will stop in our neighborhood when we decide we will not tolerate it. Now, if we was organized, which is hard to organize people who are just gonna run crazy and you don't know you're crazy. But if we were, with the money we have, and the many people who would come to our aid that don't know what it's like to be a Negro, and if we said, look, we saying, if we don't get a federal law to deal with police brutality, that any time a cop or anybody carry a gun, have to have a license just like you used to drive a car. And if you use it wrong, then you lose your license. And if it's upheld, you can never work again as a cop or a store guard or a private detective. How do you get Congress to push that through? Well, you take your economic power and you call on your friends, black, white, young and old, and say, this coming Christmas, if we don't have a federal law to outlaw police brutality by law, if we call them for a nationwide boycott of Christmas and it start on Thanksgiving. Well, let me tell you what that means. 79% of all retail in America happens between Thanksgiving and Christmas. People stay in business all year, lose money just for Christmas, huh? Well, what happens now? Black Fifth Avenue, Toys R Us, Sears and Roebuck, Westinghouse. They will get the bill, and all they got to do is make one phone call and say, Harry, that's the senator, I want that bill pushed through in 3 days. Okay, it's an economic thing. It's that simple. But we have the power, but the system has wiped us out so bad.
Hours of power. Hours of power. Hours of power.
San Antonio, Lincoln 6. Go ahead. Clear suspect down, 10-4. 10-4. The officer's code 4. We have 1 suspect that's been shot.
Open your mind.
Only from T.P.O.T. Media. Open your mind.